Well, I mean, of course, nothing's changing week to week. We're trying to prepare to be successful and obviously get a win. But we had a good week of practice. I think we're ready to go. And guys, we looked at some of the mistakes we made last year, and hopefully, we want to stop the outside run around the corner on defense, and offense just try to score as many points as we can without the mistakes.
One of the things you had said to me after last week's kind of the way timing kind of changed, and you're a creature of habit, and things seemed to go pretty well off the start of the game. Noticed you stayed in the locker room maybe a little bit later tonight, came out here, maybe staying on that a little bit of that live hitting, and then get right into the football game tonight?
Yeah, I think guys liked the way we did that, and kind of got us ready for the ball game. And just, it's winding down the season. We're 0-7, and, I give our guys a lot of credit. It's not easy when you're just, out here and playing with a record like this. Everybody's against you, so to speak. And, we just keep working hard, and I like to see this for the kids, particularly for the seniors, to get a win tonight. I mean, they haven't tasted victory all year, and, it's one thing that I hope, they can play well enough to get it done, and we can coach well enough to get a victory.
Tonight you take on this team in the Tomahawks, as we talked a little bit about in the TV edition of the Coach's Corner, who do a lot of similar running style things to Wachusett and also Shepherd Hill, but they do it from a completely different formation. How much does that change your defensive cues?
Yeah, we just, we got some young kids back there, particularly at linebacker, and we really got to go through our reads and get to where we need to be as fast as we can and wrap up from the back end and support that, that run coming off the edge. And, hopefully we can dial it up tonight. Our coaches can have a great game calling some things and maybe get some turnovers, get some momentum on offense early, and just play with a little emotion and gain some confidence out there, particularly for our younger guys.
Flipping over to the other side of the football, Coach, obviously you mentioned scoring as many points as you can, and obviously the key to that is not just moving the football, which you've been doing over the last few weeks, but striking when the iron's hot, getting in the end zone. You did that a number of times last week against Shepherd Hill. Another opportunity here, perhaps starting and continuing it all the way through the fourth quarter.
Yeah, we got to get solid play from our line. I think we started out great on our offensive line last week, and they changed it up on us on defense from the backfield, and they got to pad a little bit, and they slowed us down a little bit. We try to clean some of those things up, and maybe not drop pat back so much in those 5-step drop backs, or 3 steps from the gun, and try to mix it up, roll it out, run some draws, some screens, keep them off guard, and take advantage of our run game. Maybe get Justice Reynolds and Beauchamp Dixon a little bit more involved tonight, because we'll see Couch on defense. So you know what, we're all in now with these younger kids. We're going to give them a chance to shine, and hopefully they can take some of the pressure off of Adam and Connor and even Pat for that matter.
Across the field you battle a first-year head coach, 27 years old, Taylor Allen, obviously in his first season trying to build this program back to the years where they've been very, very successful. As you look at matching up against a younger coach, someone who maybe you've never played before, how much does that kind of interest you, and adds a different mind to kind of game plan against?
Yeah, well, it's, we saw him on film, and they do what they do. He was here last year, so, we expect some different things, but we just have to recognize, what's going on during the game, and I'm usually ready for anything. It's just a matter of executing. Sometimes some defensive coaches dial up some pretty good things against us, and it takes us a while, and sometimes we never figure it out because we just can't get there. But, yeah, he's obviously doing a nice job. They've had a tough schedule this year. I think I said on the program earlier this week, they've literally lost to the same teams we've lost by pretty much the same amount. So, this is not a shoo-in game. We got to come out here. We got to play football. We got to execute. We got to do all the right things in order to come out here with a victory.
Another opportunity to prepare once again against this type of a team and being ready for anything. It means being a high school football coach. Top of the hour, it's Leominster and Algonquin here on the K-Zone. Coach, your key to victory is brought to you by Leominster.
I think we got to get some stops on defense and just, execute. We need a few big plays on both sides of the ball, a turnover, a big touchdown pass, something that can get us going, get the emotion going early on. I think if we can get it going early on with some success, hopefully we can ride it out to victory.
All right, Coach, best of luck.
All right, thanks, Todd.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Doyle Field.
something like a little harmonica to kick off your game tonight.
Love it.
3 minutes to the top of the hour in our DCU countdown to kickoff. Our coin toss brought to you by Woodcombe Insurance. You can call them at 978-840-8700 or find Woodcombe Insurance on the web at woodcombe.com. Leominster won the toss. They deferred their choice to the second half. Algonquin will start with the football, and they'll defend the goal. 2 hours left. That concludes our countdown to kickoff, brought to you by DCU. Remember, 30 minutes to the top of every Leominster game, home and away, and, of course, the classic. You can hear our DCU countdown to kickoff. Time for football. Ball on the tee, 40-yard line at our right. Anthony Larson on the approach. Kick is away. A high line drive down the field, fielded over the head style, then down to the ground by Sam
He's
Crane.
bringing that out.
Yeah, he had to recover it in the end zone of his own goal line, slipped it down, put a knee down in the end zone.
Yeah.
That'll be a touchback, and the ball will come out for the Tomahawks to start. I think all of a sudden he went, whoa, that wasn't a good idea.
Problem.
And Crane slammed on the brakes before bringing the ball out of the end zone. First down and 10 to go from the 20-yard line, Kate, for the Tomahawks is where they start. A kickoff brought to you by our friends at Troy Hebert Construction, a proud supporter of Leominster High School football. With an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau and over 25 years experience, you can make Troy Hebert your first choice for your home construction, remodeling, and damage repair needs. Online at troyhebertconstruction.com for your free estimate.
Keeper
Opening
on
of the
that.
football game, yeah. It's a little option out to the edge, and there goes the Tomahawks. Off to the races they go. The option came out to the near sideline in the hands of Zach Smith. Smith got the 50-yard line, 45, dragged down hard across the 40 at about the 38-yard line of the Blue Devils. First run of the football game. It was an edge rush out. It was a snap to Brett Castellini, the wide receiver, and then he took it around end, and it was option to the outside. Castellini makes the quick pitch into the hands of Smith, and all of a sudden the Tomahawks have great field position.
Why is the clock not running then?
They had to stop for the first down
For
as the
that
clock
long?
continues
For
to
that
run.
long?
Indeed it did. The snap, there's the fake, quick flip going back in the opposite direction. This is the slot receiver Palomaros as he turns the left corner of the formation. He's got left sideline, and he'll gain 3, maybe 4 on first down. It'll bring up a second down and 7 to go. Ball marked at the 35-yard line of the Blue Devils as the Tomahawks go left to right here in quarter number 1.
Why is it stopped now? Pardon me? It's going to be a long game.
It is. I'm assuming he stepped out of bounds over there on the far sideline.
Can't see much.
Here's the snap of 3 backs in the backfield out of a gun. They fake the handoff this time. Turning the corner, this is Castellini, and Castellini gets the edge. Forward he goes across the 30-yard line before stepping out around the 28, and that is enough for another Algonquin first down. Brett Castellini getting the start at quarterback tonight. I thought he had gotten that first snap and did. No sign of Hayden Kia there. Posted starting quarterback, so instead Castellini gets the start at quarterback. And he comes trotting into the huddle. First down and 10 Tomahawks. Their second set of downs, their third set of downs, a 1st and 10 here. Into Blue Devil territory at the 28, going left to right. It's Castellini in the gun. In the backfield with him is Devine. 3 receivers set out in the formation. Palomaros, the motion man, from the right slot. Here's the snap. Palomaros gets the handoff, and he's got some speed to the left edge. He angles the ball upfield, crossing the 25, and he's dragged down around the 23-yard line. Gains a strong chunk, looks like about 5, maybe 6 on the play. Second down and 5.
Right now, one of the things that we are going to be battling up here tonight with the natural surface sometimes comes no hash marks. We have absolutely none, so there's going to be some guesstimation going on tonight for Todd and I, so bear with us, especially if you are watching TV coverage and you're like, what are they talking about? That's the 20, that's the 16. We're doing the best we can up here.
5-yard increments on the field and
that is
no
all.
single-yard hash marks. Here's the snap out of a pistol formation. Castellini faked it. He was going to bounce it out on an option to the right, and now makes the option pitch. Last second to Smith after a defender blew by. That got Smith high load crossing the line of scrimmage, and he came down just shy of the 20-yard line at the 21. What does that equal? A very exciting 2-yard gain.
It certainly does, but one of the things right now, right off the bat, all of these rushes so far for the Tomahawks are to the outside. There has not been a single thing going up that A gap into the teeth and into the heart of the trenches of the Blue Devils defense. Clearly the Algonquin coaching staff watched that game film, and the game plan right now is run and run to the outside.
Third down, about 3 to go. They need to advance the football to the Leominster 19-yard line for the first down. Here's Palomaros in motion from right to left. The snap, they faked the give. Castellini kept it. He took it this time straight up the middle of the field. Steps across the 20-yard line. He's dragged down about the 19. Referee going to take a look over to the far sideline, and he's going to ask for the chains to come in from far side to near, stopping the clock with 8:39 to play in the first quarter. No score. Algonquin and Leominster here from Walsh Field in Northborough tonight.
And remember right now, if he does give them the 18, it is going to be another Tomahawk first down. It will be their 5th of this early first quarter, but it looks a bit short.
Yeah, stretch the chains out and...
Anybody want to make a call? Yep.
Yeah, short. We'll say that's about a yard. 4th down and a yard to go for the Tomahawks at the Leominster 19-yard line, and Algonquin will definitely go for it here. And here they come, running up to the line with their lineman. Hayden Kia now in at quarterback. He's going to go under center with straight back line. 3 backs in the backfield behind him. No receivers split out wide. Kia, the snap, he was stumbling. Gave the handoff to the first man through. It looked like it might have been Smith.
22, yep.
Yeah, it was Smith. Smith advances the football to about the 16-yard line, and that is enough for a Tomahawk first down and 10 at the Leominster 16. Tomahawks wearing the home maroon tops, white bottoms, maroon helmets. They've got the cross Tomahawk on one side, the numerics on the other side of the helmet, white numbers front and back, and we've got a multicolored Tomahawk trim down
it's
the
like
side of the
Bama
legs.
plus FSU.
Indeed, and there's the snap, and the give this time is for Castellini off the handoff from Kia, who takes it this time from right to left, straight up the middle of the formation. Moves the football to about the 15-yard line, gain of 1.
That's going to be fun if they decide to switch off all night long for Leominster's defense to try to find that ball. So all of the, in Billy's phraseology, the trickeration that we see there, all of the different looks that you can have on these run plays, the more that you have, the more difficulty the defense is going to have to defend it.
Kia under center with 2 backs behind him. The snap this time coming from left to right with Palomaros. He gets to the right edge and maybe inches the ball forward across the 15 to the 14-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and about 8 to go. They need to move the football across the Leominster 10, down around the 6-yard line for a first down.
Just so that everybody is aware right now, do not adjust your dials. That end zone is pretty pitch black.
Yes,
this is shades of Fitchburg High School.
Week 1.
In week 1 when they played St. Bernard's. It is a very dark end zone, contrary to the opposite side of the field. So things could get a little bit hairy in this red zone down here to our right-hand side. As Algonquin again working left to right here.
And this time with Castellini in the shotgun formation. He takes the snap,
nice
bounces it to the left, rolls back to the right, and throws the ball away. There's no way there was anybody in the neighborhood there, and he had not rolled outside of the ends and or the tackles. He hadn't gone all that far, started hard to his left, and never got outside the end, and then chucked the football out of bounds to the right side of the field through the end zone, and there was nobody there. Coach Palazzi with the conversation. The flag is out and it is down. For intentional grounding will be the call against the Tomahawks. That will be a loss of down. Should be 4th down.
4th down, and it will be about 18?
Looks like it. Waiting for the official signal for the intentional grounding.
While the Zebras take a walk.
The signal. There is the loss of down, and it will bring up
4th down. What
4th
about
down
the yardage?
looks like about 8 to go right now is what they're showing on the board. They put the mark down. It'll go back across the original line of scrimmage
to the 24?
About the 19-yard line.
Oh, okay, or not.
Yeah, that's the 20 there. And now Coach Taylor Allen asks for the timeout over on the far sideline. And the Tomahawks are going to talk things over for 30 seconds, stopping the clock. 6.5 minutes to play here in quarter 1. No score. Leominster and Algonquin from Walsh Field tonight, and Algonquin's been the only team to touch the football. They've controlled it from the opening kickoff, and they have controlled momentum thus far, driving the ball down to the Leominster, about the 15-yard line, and then, of course, they got stuck. 4th down, about 15 to go, and the Tomahawks look like they are poised for the field goal try here.
Oh, boy.
Marching off the distance, looks like 36, Rory Caffrey. Palomares puts the ball down. Caffrey the kick up. Blocked indeed at the line. Shuffled forward. Dominic Vargas Vasquez was trying to pick the football up, nonetheless marking it down at the 30-yard line of the Blue Devils, and that's where Leominster will set up shop. 1st and 10, their own 30-yard line, going right to left. And Kate, the one thing I have taken notice of is offensive coordinator and running backs coach Roger Mercier is back down on the field with head coach Dave Palazzi. And I just saw the headsets walking out once again. So once again, the Leominster Blue Devils coaching staff are without communications coach to coach. So they are not able to use the headsets once again tonight.
And we know that has been a point of consternation for the coaching staffs in the last few weekends. They've been struggling with them just about all season long. So technology down, that means let's do this the old-fashioned way.
Indeed. Leominster 1st and 10, their own 30 going right to left. Shotgun set. Gallagher, the play action, rolls out to his right and launches downfield, looking for Mike Viola on the go route. Long and incomplete. He was jockeying on his way down the field. Josh Devine was with him, but Viola had beat him by a step and then gave up his route, and the pass fell incomplete. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 10.
It will indeed. And right there on that play, Mike Viola was looking for a defensive pass interference on the Tomahawks defense. I actually thought he had a better complaint asking the zebra, hey, why are you in my way?
Indeed. 2nd down and 10 to go from the 30, going right to left. 2-back set. It's Reynolds and Dixon in the backfield. Here's the snap from Gallagher. Handoff this time for Dixon. Takes it from right to left. He's got left edge of the sideline. Midfield before he's angled out of bounds. Pushed away there by Sam Crane around the Tomahawk 48-yard line. Quick first step from Voshan Dixon. Explodes for a Leominster 1st down.
Now it's going to be a 20-yard game that brings the ball all the way to midfield. And right now, Blue Devils offense rolling. Right now, they already in their first offensive possession, trying to be multi-dimensional with the pass attempt, and now with the run to the outside. So let's see if they can keep things going.
Check out the time and temperature coming at the next break in the action. 1st and 10, Leominster from midfield. Shotgun set, 2 backs in the backfield with Gallagher, 3 out wide. Here's the snap. Once again, give it to Dixon. This time closer to an edge rush, maybe just inside the end, stepping across midfield and brought down around the 46-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, 2nd down and 7.
I'm going to give him 4 on that one.
Hey, it's your eyes versus mine.
Usually
under
you
5.5 to play in the 1st quarter.
Right now, the Leominster Blue Devil offense, their cadence slow and steady. They're really being very methodical. They're taking their time in the huddle, and I know Coach talked about it. I know especially on the defensive side with the linebackers right now, a lot of young bodies in there, so better to take your time right now, especially, and regardless of if it's later in the season, you got a lot of people moving around.
On 2nd down, Gallagher from the gun, snap, play action, roll out to his right, throws, trying to lead Rodriguez downfield. Rodriguez lays out and appeared to make the catch. Back judge down the field says no, that one bounced up off of the natural surface and into the breadbasket of Rodriguez. So the pass ruled incomplete, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and 6, stopping the clock with 5:01 to play.
Very difficult.
In quarter number 1.
Very difficult call for the officials on that one, as Rodriguez is back, as he's completely laid out going toward the Algonquin sideline, toward that far sideline. And that official just, I honestly couldn't necessarily see it. If he did, kudos to him, but not exactly the greatest angle to make that call. But we're even farther away, so who are we?
3rd and 6 from the 46, going right to left. Shotgun set, Gallagher back to pass. All-out blitz coming at him. Flips the screen out complete to the right, complete to Voshan Dixon. Flag down behind the play. Dixon's got right sideline. Dixon crosses the 35-30 before stepping out of bounds around the 29-yard line, but a flag down from the wing official over on the Tomahawk sideline, and this is going to be a hold going against Leominster.
That negates a 21-yard pickup and a 1st down for the Blue Devils.
Unfortunate play bust there. Going to bring Leominster back to a 10-yard penalty from the spot. So it'll go back past midfield into Leominster territory at about the 47-yard line. And it'll make for a 3rd down, 3rd and about 12 to go. Leominster wearing the road white tops, royal blue bottoms, white helmets, single royal blue stripe up the center of the helmet. Blue numerals front and back. Leominster across the chest for the Blue Devils tonight on the road here at Walsh Field. A little bit of pink splattered in there as well on both sides. October, of course, Breast Cancer Awareness Month. 3rd down and 12, and Coach Palazzi grabs a timeout from the near sideline. He wants to talk things over with the troops. 4:27 to play here in the first quarter. No score. Leominster and Algonquin, a stalemate here from Walsh Field. An opportunity for us to check the time and temperature, brought to you by North End Subaru, proud member of the Colonial Automotive Group, located on Route 13, that's 757 Chase Road in Lunenburg. North End Subaru is proud to be a Subaru President's Club Award winner and a stellar performer dealer. Online at northendsubaru.com. 50 degrees here at Walsh Field in Northborough tonight, 12 minutes past 7 on a Friday night, October the 27th. Already November on the doorstep here.
I was going to say, it's not November yet.
Fall night. No, but it's already on the doorstep, Kate.
Can you imagine Leominster had their senior night the first week of October?
Indeed,
feels like forever ago.
Good opportunity, by the way, for us to remind you in 2 weeks' time.
2 weeks.
We will have a broadcast right around the Veterans Day week, and we'll have our usual salute to service night, where we get a chance to acknowledge our folks that served, and also we wear our patriotic garb
Break
as
out the
well.
camo.
Indeed. So looking forward to that. We'll have more on that in the coming
who are
weeks
we
as
saluting?
well. Salute to service. 3rd down and 12.
I need to go to staff meetings.
Gallagher back to pass. Looks out to the left, launches out to his left. Long and incomplete across the 20-yard line. Rodriguez was the intended receiver. Castellini was marking him all the way down the field to the left-hand side.
Looked a little bit physical down there for my liking, but yet again, let the officials officiate.
It certainly appears the officials are going to let them play. It's going to be
They
a
are.
wide-open style of game,
I mean,
to say the least.
for that intentional grounding, it took a good 18 to 20 seconds for the flag to come out at all.
4th down for the Blue Devils, standing at their own 47-yard line. And they've got Felipe Garcia out to punt. Good snap, flag down at the snap. Garcia puts a foot into it. It wobbles over to the right, takes a high hop around the 22-yard line, and a quick tomahawk bounce back toward the 25 before being touched down there by the Blue Devils. But a flag was out immediately at the snap of the football. Possibilities there either of a formation problem or perhaps the Tomahawks were lined up offside. There's a conversation going on over with Coach Taylor Allen, so we await the signal there. Officials coming across. It's an illegal shift is the signal against Leominster. They'll decline the penalty, take the result of the play, which is Tomahawk football, 1st down and 10, their own 25-yard line, going left to right. 4:10 to play here in quarter 1. No score, Leominster and Algonquin for the Tomahawks. Their 2nd touch of the football game. Their first one, a long touch down the field.
You can take a second, relax.
Any opportunity we
Something
can
happened
to
on the
pose
field.
for a photo. You never miss that opportunity. Short carry on the play for the Tomahawks. Josh Devine on the carry for the Tomahawks. Loses a couple, was met immediately by the defense. So what happens? You're posing for
Hey, but
pitches,
we got free
things are
hot
going on.
chocolate out of the deal.
And we do appreciate
so
that.
I'm fine.
Never complain.
We will take a second.
we do appreciate
She wants
that.
a picture, we take a picture. Whatever you want.
2nd down and 12 to go. An I formation here. Looks like Kia under center. Kia with the snap, sweep pitch going out to the right of the formation. Appears to be Smith who got the right edge, for he was dragged down back past the original line as he came forward on the play. Gains maybe 2. Looks like 3rd down and 9. They'll give him a gain of 3.
Right now, the Algonquin Tomahawk offense appears to be stalling just a tad, just a little bit right now. And if the Blue Devils defense can contain this Tomahawk offense on this side of the field position certainly going to be favoring the Blue Devils. So they want that ball back, and they want it back now to get on the scoreboard.
Indeed they do. I formation. Kia back to pass, slings it out to the left, complete in the backfield for Castellini, who now tries to get some forward momentum going, running straight upfield. Works his way toward about the 30, maybe the 35-yard line before being dragged down.
These two are driving me crazy, switching back and forth. Unbelievable.
And they're one passing to the other, one pitching to the other.
I'm going nuts.
Coach Palazzi's crisscross applesauce,
Crisscross
that's what he calls it.
applesauce.
You got to keep an eye on it out there. It's going to make for a 4th down and about 3, maybe 4 to go. Tomahawks need to advance the football to their own 34-yard line for the 1st down. They appear to still have the offense out on the field. They do. It's a straight back I formation on 4th down and 4 to go. Under center, Kia. Kia scanning the line, couple of hard counts. Blue Devils standing pat, and now Kia will step back and look toward the sideline. Coach Taylor Allen sends in a signal. Now Kia heads back under center, and Coach Allen grabs a timeout. The right side of the line of scrimmage was actually still standing up on the play. That was Fontecchio and Della Penna were still standing up on the right side of the line.
That's going to cause a little bit of worry. If you're looking out, you're like, I think I'll take a timeout.
I don't think anybody believed they were actually going to run a play there, although over the last few weeks.
Hey, if you go to Shepherd Hill, they don't know what a punt is.
Everybody is
that,
you know
what Shepherd Hill reminds me of? Remember that we watched a piece on Real Sports, and there's this coach who coaches at the collegiate level, and he regardless
prep school.
Pardon me.
No, you're
he
fine.
will not punt the ball. He says that essentially all of the statistics prove if you go for it on 4th down every time, statistically speaking, you have a better chance.
Great punt off the right foot of Caffrey. Takes a tomahawk bounce across the Leominster 40-35 before being angled out of bounds around the 33-yard line. So Leominster has the ball, 1st down and 10. Their own 33-yard line coming right to left for the next minute and 53 seconds here of quarter number 1. Remember, coming up, by the way, at the conclusion of this one tonight, this is just our first of 2 games. We will join Boston College and Florida State in progress.
But
here
we're
on the
not
K-Zone
calling
as
it.
well.
We're not calling it.
We're not calling it. I would if I could.
Teleportation.
But that's not my call tonight. John Meta-Perrell and the folks at the Boston Eagles Radio Network will be out for
I love
that
how you
one.
say Radio Network.
Radio Network. 1st down and 10 to go
You have
from the
too much fun.
34. Going
I've
right to
decided.
left. No such thing. Here's the snap, and the handoff this time quickly
That
to
didn't
Dixon
work.
and quickly down to the ground.
Whatever that
most
was,
definitely did
that
not.
didn't work. Don't do that again.
Yes, indeed. Going to lead to a loss of 2 on the play. 2nd down and
That's
12.
They're lucky that's only a loss of 2 on that play. That one seemed, I know that they have those hesitation plays, especially in the backfield, but every now and again, when you get that defensive penetration, when it goes wrong in such a big, big way. And I always get nervous, especially when you have that blitz or you get that defensive penetration, when you have kind of those little hitch plays. I just get very nervous.
Indeed. 2nd down and 12 to go. Leominster at the 32 going right to left. Shotgun set. 2 backs in the backfield. Couch in there to the left of Gallagher with Dixon to his right. Here's the snap. Back to pass. Gallagher looks to the right. Checks back to the left on the screen. Complete for Couch. Shoestring tackle and brought down back across the 30 at the 28-yard line. Lost a handful on that. 3rd down and about 7 to go. Leominster will need to advance the football to their own 44-yard line for a 1st down. And this drive going the wrong way. Under a minute to play here in the 1st quarter. 40 seconds and counting. Still no score. Leominster and Algonquin here on the K-Zone tonight. It's been a fast-moving 1st quarter, to say the least.
It has been a fast-moving quarter. I just looked up, and we have about 30 seconds left.
Indeed, we do. The walk to the line. Gallagher will be in the gun. Couch, the lone back in the backfield. 4 receivers split out wide, 2 to either side of the formation. 3rd down and about 15 to go. At about 18 seconds, there's the snap. Gallagher bobbled it, corralled, now unleashes down the right side of the field, looking for Viola. He had beat 2 defenders, but the pass was long and incomplete. Looked beautiful in the air from Gallagher, as they have through most of the year, but they're off by a good somewhere between 10 and 12 yards.
And that has essentially been the story du jour seemingly every week. There have been some absolutely beautiful pass and catch connections made by the Blue Devils quarterback and his receivers, but there's no consistency to it, and I think that's probably the most frustrating part for a viewer or for a fan.
Felipe Garcia stands at his own 17 to punt, fields a low snap, gets it up and off of the right foot. That may have made some contact down the field as the ball crossed the 40 at the 43-yard line of the Tomahawks. It was picked up by Viola. He started the run back, and the referees started shaking their heads and blowing the whistles. Play touched dead at the 43-yard line of the Tomahawks. 0-0s on the board for quarter number 1. Teams change ends. 2nd quarter action. No score. Leominster and Algonquin. More to come. You're listening to Leominster High School football on the K-Zone. WPKZ. Bonus coverage for our viewers on Leominster TV tonight. First chance we get to talk exclusively to you. Remember, when radio steps away, we've got live bonus coverage for you at Leominster TV throughout the night. Bradley Bedard here. Some help back at the studio, pushing the buttons, bringing the graphics, making it all look pretty for you back at LTV. Master Control. Want to thank our action sports sponsors, the El Camino Restaurant, Troy Hebert Construction, the MP Crowley Company Incorporated, and Dream Kitchens and Baths. We thank all of you for supporting LTV Action Sports and making this great programming possible. Good opportunity also to remind you, coming up on Leominster TV, election night. Election day is Tuesday. Go on out, do your civic duty, cast your vote. Lots of contested elections in the city of Leominster. And Kate and I will have results for you as we do every election day from City Hall with, of course, City Clerk Ann Mahan and more. Should be a lot of fun. Or Lynn Bouchard, excuse me, and Mahan as well will be there. Back to Walsh Field on the K-Zone. Quick play as we start the second quarter action. Tomahawks coming from right to left. Quick shovel along there, complete in the hands of Castellini. And Castellini takes it down the right edge. He's got some room across midfield, 40, and angled out of bounds across the 30-yard line of the Tomahawks.
Not the way that you want to start off the quarter if you're the Blue Devils, giving up about a 40-yard play.
1st and 10, Tomahawks from the Blue Devil 27. Going from right to left. Castellini at the quarterback spot. Quick handoff goes up the middle for Devine.
I was going to say.
Brought down after a gain, maybe none on the play. They say you tripped up at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and a short 10.
I was going to say, and who, sir, are you?
Checking in with us tonight, we've got one of our loyal viewers, Anonymous, out there listening to tonight. Tonight, listening from northern New Hampshire, watching the LTV coverage and listening to those of us on the K-Zone as well.
Wow,
via our LTV
beautiful
partners. Coming in loud and clear, they say on Facebook Live, in northern New Hampshire. Quick split into the backfield. Defense pulls the feet out from underneath the Tomahawk runner, and that's going to lead to a loss of 5. 3rd down and 15 for the Tomahawks, back across the Blue Devil 30 at the 31-yard line, going right to left. They need to advance the football, it looks like, across the 20 to about the 19-yard line for a 1st down to the Tomahawks. Algonquin again going from right to left here in quarter number 2. Already under 10 minutes to play here in quarter number 2. Still no score.
0-0.
Hayden Kia, shotgun set. He'll roll out to the right on the snap and throw. Sliding attempt made complete in the hands of Brett Castellini. Sliding up just short of the 20-yard line at the 21. Pretty play for the Tomahawks, good for 9. Should be 4th and about a yard.
Quite a pass there. That one's a little suspicious to me, but again, I'm about a football field away.
Moving quickly here, 4th down and short to go. Flag down at the snap. Kia back to pass, looks to his right, strike thrown. Defender right on top of the catch. It was Couch making the hit and bringing Castellini down. Castellini right at the stick for a 1st down at this moment in time, but there's a flag out. It came out right at the snap of the football, as we mentioned. We will await the signal. Officials talking to the coaching staff over on the far sideline. And they say the signal is an offside against Leominster at the snap of the football, so they were offset there. And that'll be a 1st down for the Tomahawks in Blue Devil territory. 1st and 10 at the, looks like 15-yard line, going right to left.
Sounds about right to me.
Indeed it does. Shotgun set, 4 receivers out wide. Kia the quarterback. He's got Devine in the backfield with him. Kia scans the line. Defense showing blitz. The quick shovel out to the right, left, complete for Devine. And Devine works laterally to his left before being wrapped up and brought down there by the Blue Devils. Looks like Del Judas was in there on the hit to bring him down.
It's a fun name, Del Judas, I must say. So it doesn't look like there was any gain. They're actually going to move the stick back about 3.5 inches from the original line of scrimmage. So a loss of 3 inches. Sound good to you?
Something like that.
Let's
we'll
just say no gain.
2nd down and a long 10.
2nd down and nada.
8-10 and counting to play here in the second quarter.
I can't believe how fast.
Fast moving when the ball stays between the lines and nobody passes.
Is it really only 7:26?
Kia shotgun set. He had Smith moving in motion from left to right. Kia rolls out hard to his right. Throws a strike complete to the motion man Smith. Smith gets dropped down with a shoulder block going across the line. That was Couch and Del Judas combining for the hit.
Not yet a 1st down, though.
Scored a gain of 9, 3rd down and a yard.
This
Shotgun
angle makes
set.
it impossible.
Indeed it does. Kia
I have
there.
no idea.
Kia moving quickly. Now he steps back away, gets a signal from Coach Taylor Allen. Comes back in, gives a cue to Devine, and now the snap. Kia on the keeper. Looked up the middle, has to bounce it out to the right. Leominster had that edge covered. Couch was there. There's the takedown. Officials will stop the play quickly, and they say it is going to be a first down for the Tomahawks. Across the 5-yard line, around the 4. A first and goal for the Tomahawks, threatening here for the first time tonight for either side. On first and goal, Kia back to pass, looks left corner of the end zone, outside shoulder, one-hand attempt, and Castellini can't bring it in. The pass will fall incomplete. Castellini had beat a defender to the left corner and reached out with the one hand, had a hand on it, couldn't secure it all the way down and through the ground. Pass incomplete, second and goal from the 2.
That was a pretty attempt. Can't see a thing.
Stand in the hole, lean out the window.
I feel like I'm listening to the radio to you. Well, I've got it's just not possible. There are bugs.
Just get over it.
They're buggies.
If there are spiders, I'm going to run screaming.
All right, well, then I'll do the play-by-play. No, not that the listeners and the viewers are ecstatic.
Here under center with 3 backs in the backfield. Gave it to the second man through the hole. This time it was Smith. Smith pierces that hole. Forward he goes to about the 2-yard line. It'll be third and goal from about the 2.
See, I thought that was like the 1. So, you know.
Well, seeing we're standing, off angle, down around the 45-yard line, opposite end of the field at this moment.
But at least there's light down in that end zone.
There is. Plenty of lighting down at Walsh Field, down that left side.
It's nice, though. I feel it's it's classic.
It is a classic football field. This is what football should look like.
Well, you can't see? That's
The snap, Kia keeps it. He falls through the hole, across the goal line, and he's in. Tomahawks are on the board. 6.5 minutes to play here in the second quarter. It's 6-zip Algonquin.
Well, Leominster yet again giving up the first blood to the opponent this week.
It's cardboard cutout night for senior night here at Walsh Field, and the cardboard cutouts are up and getting waved through. I want one of those big heads. Kia with the snap, quickly out of this odd formation going for 2. He rolls out to the right, throws a quick strike, passes complete for Palomeros, and the 2-point conversion is good. Tomahawks coming back up the field. 6.5 minutes to play in the second quarter. It's 8-0 Algonquin and more to come. You're listening to Leominster High School football on the K-Zone, WPKZ. Bonus coverage for our viewers over on Leominster TV. And have I mentioned how much I hate that offset point after formation where you send the entire line set up to the farthest opposite side of the field and you have the center over the ball and then the quarterback back and you snap it and they roll out with somebody that suddenly appears out of nowhere and throws a strike? That's how that 2-point conversion developed. They wouldn't do it if it didn't work. Man, do I hate that play.
Why
it is by far the worst.
Why?
It just seems cheesy.
If you can't explain it, then you can't complain.
But you know what the bottom line is? Do it in a game that matters. Radio coming back right now. Bonus coverage over on Leominster TV. And we continue.
And if you missed it, you didn't miss much.
That's right. No, come
Todd
on.
going on a soliloquy about 2-point conversions and offset lines.
Hey. Remember, anytime radio steps away, Leominster TV's got bonus coverage for you. Of course, also available on replays throughout the week and weekend on Comcast, Verizon, and Facebook Live. Here's the kickoff straight up the middle of the field. Rodriguez will field the ground ball around the 30, making the 25-yard line, full head of steam, up to the 30 and dragged down across the 35 at the 36-yard line. And that's where Leominster will have the football. First and 10, make it their own 37, going left to right here in the second quarter, and now chasing 8-0 Algonquin, 6:22 to play here in the second quarter. We'll have our hardworking player spotlight coming up at our next break in the action.
Who scored that touchdown?
Kia, the quarterback, kept it himself.
Fab.
First down and 10 to go.
Which one?
Shotgun set, 2 backs in the backfield, 3 receivers out in the formation. And Gallagher's going to ask for the football on first down. Fake the handoff, a little misdirection, handoff for Reynolds. Reynolds finds some room up the center of the formation to midfield before being brought down at the 49.
Not a bad gain there for Leominster. It really is going to be about being slow and steady. They're going to need to start with just getting first downs. So good start there. Then they're going to need to get in that red zone, and they're going to have to be able to produce, because we know that the Blue Devils defense is not going to be able to hold the score at nothing or to only 8 points. There's going to have to be offensive production, and then you're going to be able to have to rely on and be able to lean on that defense when necessary.
1st and 10 at midfield, 3-back set. 3 receivers out in the formation, the snap and the give for Couch. Couch spinning as soon as he gets the handoff, spins across the 45. One more for good measure before being brought down at the 43-yard line. Goes for a gain of about 8 on the play. 2nd down and 2 to go. Leominster needs the Tomahawk 41 for a 1st down.
I think that you are dealing with the lack of hash marks and the natural surface very, very well.
It's actually the best thing that could ever happen to a play-by-play announcer. Nobody can tell me I'm wrong. You can't tell. We're all estimating together.
You're well aware. Everybody can tell you that you're wrong, and it starts with me.
As it does usually. 2nd down and 2 to go. Here's the snap. The give to Couch. Couch found a hole off the right, ran into a defender, bounced off of him, battled across the 30 before being brought down at the 26-yard line.
It's a nice pickup there for the Blue Devils, a pickup of about 17 yards on that play, and it becomes yet another 1st down for the Blue Devils offense, matriculating themselves all the way down that field.
Under 5 to play here in the 2nd quarter. 8-0 the Algonquin lead right now. 1st and 10 for Leominster, moving left to right. 26-yard line of the Tomahawk. Shotgun set. 2 backs in the backfield. It's Dixon and Reynolds. 3 receivers across the formation. Elias in one-on-one coverage to the right. Misdirection off the snap. The give was for Reynolds, 2nd man to the hole. Forward he goes across the 20 and brought down around the 16-yard line. In the general neighborhood of a Leominster 1st down. Officials looking out toward the far sideline.
I've got somebody defending me on your text messages.
Anonymous.
That's right. Say yes, dear. Those are the 2 words you need to learn.
He also says we should have a show.
Oh, gosh. We may not get along.
Kelly, no. Kelly and Ryan have nothing on us.
Oh, that's true.
They have nothing on us.
So we're going to go for yet another measurement on this one.
They stretch out the chains this time.
Close.
Official is down on his hands and knees, and he says,
he's fun.
That's a Leominster 1st down.
I don't know him, but he's
not one of the usual crew that we see here in Midwatch A.
He's no Bob Bonsi.
No, he's no Bob Bonsi, no Bill Goslin, but he's doing what he can. I think he used to be, I'm almost certain he used to be an umpire on one of the other crews, and he's moved to the white hat position as a crew chief here.
That's tremendous. He
probably also has a name, but unfortunately, I don't have it.
All right, well,
4:22 to play in the 2nd quarter. Unlike the MIAA, who had Emily Nash's name and didn't use it. But I digress. There's the snap and
Bounce
the give.
to the outside.
It's Reynolds. Reynolds with some room. Sheds the defender to the end zone. It's a Leominster touchdown. Little right to left movement at the line. Reynolds hits the hole on the left side and finds some room to pay dirt. And it's 8-6 Algonquin. 4:10 to play here in the 2nd quarter, and Coach Palazzi faces an early decision here. Does he go for 2 in the tie or go for the point after?
You have a 16-yard touchdown rush by Justice Reynolds on that one. And what are we going to be doing? Leominster offense staying on the field. Pat Gallagher, the general in that huddle. Looks like they're going to go for 2.
Indeed they are, and Gallagher comes to the line with Reynolds and Dixon in the backfield with him. No make it Couch to his left, Reynolds to his right. 3 receivers in the formation. Rodriguez is wide to the right, Elias wide to the left. Gallagher asks for the ball, going for 2. Puts it in the back pocket of Couch. Couch bounces it off the right side of the formation, across the goal line and in, and the 2-point conversion is good. Teams coming back up the field. 4:10 to play in the 2nd quarter with the score. Leominster 8 and Algonquin 8. A break and we're back with more. You're listening to Leominster High School football on the K-Zone, WPKZ. Bonus coverage for our viewers on Leominster TV. Got hurried there a little bit during our last moment of bonus coverage as Leominster draws themselves even in this football game. Remember, election night coverage begins when the polls closes.
So excited.
With Kate and I.
So excited.
8 o'clock on Leominster's government channel, LTV's government channel. Looking forward to that. Always fun. Horse race reporting.
We are ubiquitous.
Sometimes we can be, but we're really excited and looking forward to that on Leominster TV as well. You dropped a bomb on me here on a Friday night on the K-Zone alongside Kate Robbins. Todd Robbins here for WPKZ tonight. 4:10 to play in the second quarter. 8-8 our score, Leominster and Algonquin. Remember, coming up after this one, Boston College and Florida State here on the K-Zone. We'll join them in progress. Line drive, Anthony Larson's ball will skip toward the sideline, will drop dead around the 21-yard line. It will be fielded on the run, returned to about the 30, maybe the 31-yard line. Quick decision there. Zach Smith made the last-second decision to pick it up and play it.
That was a little bit nerve-wracking because one of his teammates that was directly in front of him, that ball essentially went through his teammate, and so it's a little bit hairy there to pick that up, but he does have a 10-yard return on the play to the Tomahawk 31.
Hope you have an answer to our hardworking player spotlight. It's coming up in a moment after this play. Shotgun set. Castellini, the quarterback here, with 3 backs with him. Fake the handoff to the first, give it to the second back. Bouncing it to the outside, look like Smith. Smith got the right edge, forward across the 35. Brought down around the 37-yard line, goes for a gain of 4. No, the wing official stepping back to the 35. Gain of 5, second down and 5. Our hardworking player spotlight is brought to you by Workers Credit Union, the home of the $3 million give back program. The more you bank, the more you get back. Check them out on the web at WCU.com. Workers Credit Union, doing what's right for you. Kate, you got our hardworking player spotlight brought to you by Workers Credit Union after this play. Castellini's got a motion man. Fake the handoff, now makes it around the back, and it's got right edge and the right sideline. Down the stretch it comes, it's Zach Smith. Adam Couch in pursuit. Couch wraps him around the waist and brings him down around the 10-yard line. Way to get back in the play for Adam Couch, who got straight beat. Smith made that little pickup on the handoff from Castellini. It was a little backdoor handoff and then got the edge, and we know, we've seen it over the last few weeks, that edge is vulnerable for Leominster, and Smith capitalized on it.
So that's a 53-yard pickup for the Tomahawks, and unfortunately, my choice was going to be the Leominster defense for containing the outside rush. Whoops.
So our hardworking player spotlight for the first quarter, Kate says, was the Leominster defense. Now 3:35 to play here in the second quarter.
Whoopsie-daisy.
That hardworking player spotlight brought to you by Workers Credit Union.
Now I can't even think it.
That's all right. It happens. Under 3.5 to play here in the second. Castellini faked the handoff, kept it himself, slithered his way through the A gap, down around the 5-yard line. The play had snapped from about the 8, and it'll be second down and goal to go from the Blue Devil 5 as the Tomahawk march continues from right to left. 3:05 to play here in the second quarter.
It's going to be a 5-yard gain on the play. Second down and 5 here, deep into Blue Devil territory. You said ball around the 5?
Yeah, around the 5-yard line, indeed.
You can see that into the field. I can't.
Second and goal from the 5. 3-back set
Todd always
behind
gets
Kia.
the best spot.
Kia sends Castellini in motion. He shuffles down the line to the left. He'll set up as a blocker. Here's the snap. The handoff goes to Palomaros. Palomaros in a foot race to the left edge. He's going laterally and down back across the 5 at the 6-yard line. Loss of 1. Third and goal from the 6.
And that's exactly what I was hoping to be able to talk about that Blue Devils defense. Those outside rushes, they take a really long time to develop, and you have to, think about the amount of extra running that you have to do in order to gain yardage on those outside rushes. If we get deep into the third and fourth quarter, and this continues to be the game plan for the Tomahawks, those outside rushes, physically, that's going to take quite a bit out of them. But right now, it's extraordinarily effective. I was pleased with the Blue Devils in that first quarter because they were able to seemingly contain some of that without having those big breakout plays. But now just giving up that 53-yard rush on the outside to bring the Tomahawks deep into Blue Devil territory. We're going to have to see if the Blue Devils defense can bend and not break when the Tomahawks get into their red zone.
Coach Taylor Allen kept his quarterback Kia over on the far sideline for an extended period of time. And now he asks for a timeout. He wanted to have as much thinking and debate time among his coaching staff as he possibly could. So they take the timeout with 1:54 to play in the second quarter. 8-8 the score, and the Tomahawks knocking on the door. They got a third and goal from the Leominster 6-yard line. Of course, it is the Friday night before Halloween, heading into the pre-Halloween weekend. Just had a couple of the best-dressed costumers in the crowd. I saw a giraffe The little giraffe was adorable, and then also a tiger up here as well. Can never miss an opportunity for the cute costumes. I'm a big fan of the cute costumes. I don't do much. Freddy Krueger doesn't do anything for me. Quite frankly, he scares me.
Today at work at Assabet Valley Tech, our preschoolers got to go trick-or-treating around the building, and literally their parents, most of their parents, the parents of the preschoolers, are teachers in the building, and to see the parents just crying, just tears of sure exuberance and happiness to see their kids, absolutely precious. They are adorable. You can't help but smile.
3rd and goal from the 6. Out of the timeout, Kia in the gun. Leominster coaching staff thought they had saw something, and they were right. Pass was swung out to the right in the hands of Palomaros. Palomaros tripped up, but he's across the goal line. It's a tomahawk touchdown. 1:48 to play in the second quarter, and Algonquin regains the lead.
And that's what you really cannot have happen if you're the Blue Devils. You give up that big play, and then the playbook starts getting thicker and thicker and thicker. And Algonquin.
Here's that odd set again. The snap direct to Kia. Kia takes it forward across the goal line and in, and the 2-point conversion is good once again. Team's coming back up the field. 1-4 second quarter with the score. Algonquin 16 and Leominster 8. There'll be no conventional point afters. A break and we're back with more. You're listening to Leominster High School football on the K-Zone, WPKZ. Bonus coverage for our viewers on Leominster TV. If you aren't hating that formation yet, what we have figured out is Leominster's not able to stop it. And imagine you've swung your entire line as far to the left of the formation as you possibly can, leaving only the quarterback, a center, and a running back somewhere in the backfield. That was a direct snap to Kia at the quarterback spot. Not exactly the most fleet of foot of the quarterbacks they have played, but he took it straight forward to the goal line. Very, very impressive, and good for another 2-point conversion. Back to Walsh Field on the campus of Algonquin Regional tonight here on the K-Zone. Alongside Kate Robbins, I am Todd Robbins. Gabriel Pachequin back at Master Control at the K-Zone, pushing the buttons and making the magic happen tonight.
And Bradley Bedard, as always, our executive producer for LTV, award winner.
Indeed he is.
I'm always surrounded by award winners.
Palomaros, the kickoff specialist, sends the ball on a low line drive straight up the middle of the field. It's played by Reynolds. Reynolds gets some room, comes across the 20-25, and then awkwardly spun down and seemed to land very awkwardly around the shoulders, head, neck, somewhere in that neighborhood as he got brought down, but is up and walking off on his own power, so looked worse apparently than it actually was, and it'll be Leominster football. 1st and 10 at the 25, coming left to right with 1:40 to play in the second quarter. Chasing 8 again. It's 16-8 here at Walsh Field.
Literally, you just said exactly what I was going to say. I was going to tell you where the drive was starting, how much time was left on the clock.
Analysis.
You don't need anybody.
Paralysis by analysis. 1st down and
Got some
10
scores
to go.
Coming in too.
Shotgun set, 2 backs in the backfield. Fake the handoff to one, give it to the other. It's Dixon coming from right to left. Dixon races to the edge, bounces off the first hit by the defense at around the 34-yard line before being spun down at the 35. Good for an extra yard. And Coach Palazzi grabs a 30-second timeout, stopping the clock with 1:31 to play in quarter 2, 16-8. Algonquin's lead. Leominster would like to tie things up before the break at the half. Remember, coming up at the half, we will relive it all. Kate's got a stat recap for you at the half. Plus, we will take a look at scores from around the region tonight. A lot of great action out there tonight. We preview second half action and more. All that coming up at the half here from Walsh Field on the K-Zone.
I need more people to update scores.
That is kind of how this goes.
Come on, people. Twitter,
Mike LeClair's out there tonight. We'll get an Assabet Monty Tech update coming up, along with others. We're looking into that Neshoba-Shrewsbury matchup. We'll hopefully be able to find a report out on Twitter on tonight. So all that coming up.
I'm not biased for my Aztecs, huh? Love my Aztecs.
That's why we don't pick the schools that we work for.
Those plumbers can play.
On 1st and 10, the rollout to the right, pass thrown complete from Gallagher into the hand of Rodriguez, and Rodriguez gets double teamed to the ground.
He's hurting a little bit.
Football came out, but it was at the end of the play, and now Rodriguez getting a little bit of a chewing by Coach Palazzi on his way back to the huddle. So not only did he take a hard lick, Coach Palazzi had to read him the riot act, as I don't think that play ran exactly the way it was designed.
Yeah, you know. Another 30-second timeout asked for by Coach Dave Palazzi to get things straight with his offense. I think you're going to see Coach Palazzi taking quite a few timeouts because this game remains very close. As you know, as obvious as it sounds, these two teams fairly evenly matched tonight. Blue Devils trying to gain some momentum, and as Coach said, a lot of young faces out there for the Blue Devils, so wanting to make sure his message received clearly.
2nd down and 2 to go. 4 receivers in this formation as Leominster goes left to right. Gallagher in the gun, little counter motion from Couch at the snap. He got the handoff and found some room. Straight up the A gap, crossed the 45, brought down around the 47, and that is a 1st down for the Blue Devils, who come quickly back to the line. No huddle here. Clock stopped as they reset the sticks. Now starts on the ready for play. 1:10 to play here in the 2nd quarter. Gallagher the snap. Back to pass on 1st down. Looks to the right and throws. Pass complete to Mike Viola. Cross midfield and out of bounds at the 41-yard line of the Tomahawks. It's another Leominster 1st down. Clock stopped on the play going out of bounds.
Gain of 12 for Viola on the play, and again, yet another 1st down. I liked the no huddle. I like if it works and you can keep that up-tempo cadence going. Shades of what we saw. I was so impressed last week with Shepherd Hill's offense and just how quickly they were able to make those plays and how just the communication was seamless on that side of the ball. Really, really impressed. Them at St. John's running that no huddle, quick pace. Love to see that.
1st and 10, shotgun set. Gallagher with Couch in the backfield. First a pump fake, now looks down the left sideline on the double move. Viola had to give up his route and it became a straight jump ball with him and Smith. And the pass was tipped and it fell incomplete. Both players got a hand on it, but eventually went down to the natural surface incomplete. Stops the clock with 59 seconds to play in the 1st half. 16-8 is the Algonquin lead, and Leominster looking to tie things up before the half.
I was going to say, and if we told you once, we told you 1,000 times, these officials are going to let these two teams play.
No reason not to. 2nd down and 10 to go. Ball will be snapped from the Tomahawk 41 at right hash. Shotgun set, Couch in the backfield. 4 receivers, 2 in either direction. Gallagher asks for the football. Set, looks, throws. A bullet complete into the hands of Mike Viola, who spun out of bounds around the 33-yard line. That'll go for a gain of about 7, maybe 8. Call it 3rd down and 2 to go.
It is 8. Well done, sir. Your math, your addition, you're getting so good.
Put me back on a field with hash marks. I'll be a mess.
Oh, yeah, you will. Todd, that's not right.
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it.
I feel like sometimes you need that clean slate so that you can just see everything clearly.
Sometimes you need a lack of hash marks, quite frankly.
No, I like
shotgun set. Couch in the backfield, and Coach Taylor Allen grabs the timeout, a full timeout for the Tomahawks. 54 seconds
What do you want to talk about?
Before the half. Well,
it's just me and you.
It is just
I'm sure
us.
our viewers and listeners are lamenting the fact that it's just me
Bill
and you.
Thomas is, of course, still out on
injured
reserve for broadcasters.
We miss him badly. We miss him in places like here in Shepherd Hill even more than we regularly miss him, because neither of our brains work in the same fashion that his does.
That
with
carpentry sense.
We are useless.
Yeah, we don't exactly have that carpentry sense.
We are useless.
I did manage to figure out how to get the windows out of the broadcast.
You're not getting it back in, though.
Well, we'll see. Well, we'll
you're
find
not.
out. Spatial relations, I do packing. I do unpacking.
Everybody will be able to attest to this. All of a sudden, Todd's taking windows out. My back is turned. I have no idea how he did it, and he's going to expect me to be able to put them back in at the end of the game.
No. I'm gonna consult my brain.
With whom are you consulting?
I'm going to consult. It's going to go right back
That's
in.
a lost cause if I've ever.
Perfect. It's going to go right back the way it was.
We'll be here
designed.
until 1 a.m. Somebody come and bring me a tea.
I was working on a little pregame, kind of trying to improve the sound into the Facebook Live. And Keiko's, have you read the directions? I go,
oh, yeah.
What? That's a sign of weakness.
Guess who broke out the directions? Not Todd.
Yeah,
I did.
Guess what? The directions didn't help. We were
you
no
didn't
better off.
read them.
It didn't matter. They didn't help. 3rd down and 2 to go. Shotgun set. Gallagher, the snap.
Nice keep.
Fake the handoff. Kept it himself. Working laterally to the left. Dances across the 30-yard line to the 29, and Coach Palazzi will grab the timeout.
I told you,
first
they're
down.
going to take every timeout that they possibly can. So on that 3rd and 2, Leominster does pick up the 1st down. Gets the ball to the...
Looks like the 29.
Sure, why not? Gain of 4 on the play.
Coach Palazzi with a little meeting there. Your timeouts numbers up here.
I got to do one more. Hold on, team timeout.
Looks like 2 timeouts remaining.
Should have 2 timeouts remaining in the half. But then again, I'm fairly oblivious to those things. But I have been trying.
Yeah, I was going to say, we're doing the best we can.
At least I read the directions. Oh, and I don't take the windows out with people's back turned to me.
Amin Tori is also on assignment tonight for the Daily
Oh,
Collegiate.
that's true.
So he's not with us, but will be returning to join us in future weeks as well. A lot of action coming up. Every Leominster
There's
game
a unicorn
home and away right here on the K-Zone, and we are looking forward to it. Of course, the non-playoff action begins next week. Playoff action also begins. We'll get you all that information coming up this weekend on the K-Zone Facebook page. We'll have it all for you. We'll have a bracket for you for the playoffs. We'll have information on the non-playoff games, and all the coverage we'll have for you in the coming weeks as well.
Now you know what Todd's weekend consists of.
Lots of excitement and coming to you on the K-Zone Facebook page. It should be a lot of fun.
Yeah,
First down and 10 to go from the 29. Gallagher back to pass. Double move. Fake the first.
He's
Launches to the right. Elias is open in the end zone. Makes the catch, dropping to his knees. It's a Leominster touchdown.
Beautiful pitch and catch, and that's what we've talked about. The Blue Devils are absolutely capable of making those absolutely tremendous downfield passes. The problem is that they have not been consistent with it all season long, and it's been so frustrating. Right now here, the Blue Devils are likely going to have to go for 2 if they want to keep this score even. So the Blue Devils offense, it appears, yes, Pat Gallagher is getting signals from Coach Palazzi, and the offense is going to stay out on the field, and they're going to have to go for 2 just to go tip for tat with this Algonquin Tomahawks team.
Certainly, Kate, just to keep pace, you're going to have to go for 2 on every touchdown here. 16-14 Algonquin.
Maybe they should shift the line.
With 40 seconds to play here in the first half.
Away.
Leominster out to go for 2. 3 receivers in the formation. Elias one-on-one out to the right. It's Couch and Reynolds in a 2-back set out of the gun. The snap, fake the handoff, give it to Reynolds this time, and Reynolds into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good. Team's coming back up the field. 40 seconds to play in the half. 16 all here from Walsh Field. And we'll keep it right here on the K-Zone as well. Of course I would.
Of course you would.
On the K-Zone and Leominster TV.
Don't worry, Gabriel and I didn't communicate about any of that. Don't worry.
We'll have a break coming up. Kate will recap our first half of action. We'll get updates from around the region. Scoreboard complete here at the half as well. Plus, we'll preview second half action, and we will identify some players having a great first half as well.
Maybe not
here
the Leominster
from Walsh Field. Well,
I got to come up with somebody.
You've got to
try not to. If I think about it, problems happen.
Our friends with Leominster TV will be joining us as well.
Surprise me with it.
Happy to have you with us, whether you're joining us on AM 1280, 105.3 FM, streaming live at WPKZ.net, or if you're over joining us with our partners on Leominster TV, on Comcast or Verizon, or if you're joining us on Facebook Live somewhere the world over. Can't miss Facebook.
You have an empire, a horizontally integrated empire is what I've decided.
Indeed we do, and it's real live coverage. It's amazing. Exclusive here on our broadcast.
What do you know?
Anthony Larson sends the hard squib kick across the 30 to the 28. It will be returned by the Tomahawks. Full head of steam coming up the field. On the return that time, it was one of the up men, Gabe Pripet.
Yeah, good luck with that pronunciation. You're giving me crap about the starting lineups. Have fun with that one.
I jumped in to save you. That's
I am terrible at pronunciation. You and Amin are so well versed at that, and I am so incredibly terrible.
But Amin is very worldly relative to his pronunciations.
Because he's from Northern Africa?
Well, that helps, but he's also worldly just in his recognition of language. I have just mastered the ability of
fake it till you make it.
Mumbling it together.
No, you're faking it till you make it.
And it works.
All right, the Algonquin offense here with a few seconds left.
Yeah, Kia back to pass on first and 10.
Somebody tackle.
Avoids a couple of tackles, bounces it out, tucks it under his arm, and from the 30, advances the ball to the 35 before taking out of bounds, stopping the clock with 27 seconds to play here in the first half. Teams deadlocked at 16 here from Walsh Field tonight.
It's been enjoyable, has it not?
It has, from start to finish. It's been exciting. There's been pace. There's been good plays and bad plays on both sides. It's been a nice game with a nice little pace on both sides.
With real grass.
And this is what I'm going to be expecting for the next few weeks. It's going to be a lot of even matchups in this non-playoff assignment. We'll talk a little bit in the second half of teams that I would like to see Leominster matched up against. I don't want to see repeat. I don't want to see repeat matchups. Second down and 6. Back to pass. Ooh. Kia shot puts one out as he's falling away, and the pass falls incomplete. Zach Smith was the intended receiver.
At that.
Indeed it was.
I don't think he was really intended, but
clock did not advance on that play. Still just 22 seconds
It's been a very
showing
long
on the scoreboard.
49 seconds. Very long.
Did not see that move at
All right, well, let's check. Shall we?
Here comes Kia back into the huddle. The clock stopped on the incompletion nonetheless, but I didn't notice anything run off. Of course, clock kept down on the field as well as up here at press level.
I'll watch.
Here we go. 3rd down, 6 to go for the Tomahawks. Their own 35, moving right to left. Shotgun set, no back in the backfield. 3 receivers, make it 4 split out wide. It sets up a trips to the right. Back to pass with some time. Stepping up in the pocket, it's Kia, goes high outside. It was deflected, and it falls incomplete. It was high and behind Smith before falling incomplete. Some time did come off the clock there, stopping on the incompletion. 16 seconds to play in the second quarter. 16s are wild across the board. 16-16 our score, and 16
Deuces
seconds to
are
play.
wild.
Indeed, you remember the reference. 16 all, Algonquin and Leominster here on the K-Zone.
Oh, we think too much alike.
And a 4th down and 6 to go. And here come the Tomahawks onto the field to potentially punt for just the 2nd time tonight. Caffrey will go back in punt formation around his own 20-yard line. Steps forward to about his own 22 is where he will set to kick. Swinging door front in front of him. High snap, fielded by Caffrey. Sets almost blocked, got it away. It's a wobbler end over end. Takes a big bounce and will be fielded on the run. On the run it goes. It's Rodriguez across the 40, 45 before being brought down at the 47-yard line. And it is a 1st down and 10 to go for the Blue Devils with 5 seconds to play here in the half. And I would be shocked if they did anything other than take a knee or a dive straight up the middle, take the 5 seconds off the clock, and reset in the locker room, deadlocked at 16 at the half.
That would be the safe play.
Coach Palazzi just signaled into the officials. He tapped his knee. They're going to take the knee here to run the clock. So here comes Gallagher to the formation. Referees staying very close in the middle of the pack.
I don't think anything extracurricular will happen.
Gallagher goes
very
under
nice
center,
job.
snapped it, kneeled it down. Everybody just stood up. A lot of applause on both sidelines. Both teams have to be happy. 0-0s on the board. First half of play in the books from Walsh Field with the score. Leominster 16 and Algonquin 16. A back and forth first half of action and an exciting finish for sure coming up here on the K-Zone, Leominster TV, and then of course BC and Florida State on the K-Zone coming up later tonight as well. Halftime score, 16-16 Algonquin and Leominster. We break and we're back with more. You're listening to Leominster High School football on the K-Zone, WPKZ. Who are you going to call on this Friday night before Halloween? It's not Ghostbusters.
It is.
It's Kate and Todd, and it's the K-Zone.
It's still
our
Ghostbusters.
halftime show here from Walshfield. 16-16. Our score, Leominster and Algonquin at the half.
We need to watch that now.
Our halftime show
that'll be on the movies.
is brought to you by Hometown Bank. We say that's my bank because we feel like our bank is looking out for us. Hometown Bank wants you to call them your bank. Hometown Bank knows what it takes to earn your trust. They don't answer to Wall Street, they answer to you. Visit hometowncoop.com to learn more. Hometown Bank, Sac Boulevard, Leominster, and 7 other area locations. Our Hometown Bank halftime show. Knotted at 16, Algonquin and Leominster from Walshfield here in Northborough tonight. Chilly night nonetheless, but a great first half of action. Great battle between these two teams. We're expecting an exciting finish. Coming up, as we said, BC and Florida State. They're kicking off around 8:30. We'll join the Boston College Eagles radio network with John Metaparel and crew in progress with the BC Florida State call. Immediately following this one and our post-game wrap-up tonight from Northborough. Also coming up this Sunday, of course, it's the Scholastic Sports Zone here on the K-Zone. Sean Sweeney sits in with Howie Kahn, 11 a.m. A live interview with Coach John Andrioli. And, of course, a mainstay, the Telegram and Gazette's Tom Flanagan. Join them this week on the Scholastic Sports Zone. And I would be shocked if they weren't talking about the MIAA miscue. And I'll just put it out there to Howie Kahn right now.
Talk about it.
If I would suggest talking about it, and you know my number. You know I never miss a chance to ask the MIAA questions or to give them my opinion relative to their work. And another
Have they
beautiful,
ever answered a question?
No, not straight.
No.
Or honestly, for that matter. But we'll take it for what it is. But that's coming up. Scholastic Sports Zone on Sunday, 11 to noon here on the K-Zone.
We're not critical at all, are we?
Howie Kahn. I'm honest to a fault. First half
There's
recap.
one thing that we are generally 100% critical of because their
what
ability.
we call that is consistency.
Well, I mean, but they're consistent. They're consistently bad at optics.
They are
consistently.
consistent.
Oh, you have SATs? Yeah, we'll put the playoffs on that day. Oh, you're a girl and you want to play boys golf? Yeah, you can play, but you can't win. And it's just like literally every single
time. Oh, you have a name? Oh no, you don't.
No,
you're
you don't.
she, her.
Oh, you wanna go to the playoffs? We'll be bumping up the prices so that we can take the gate.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely. And we're gonna have a couple extra weeks of it too. MIAA all the way.
I don't know.
Gotta love it.
MIAA all the way.
MIAA all the way.
MIAA all the way.
I believe that was a Trump building they built down.
You want to go pick it out in Franklin?
Good grief. They wouldn't notice.
Grief. We're going to be on a blacklist somewhere soon.
With the size of the walls outside of Mecca down there in Franklin, they wouldn't notice the difference.
It's a beautiful building.
16-16 at the half here from Walshfield.
My
Kate's got a
phone just
recap
froze.
of our first half of action, and it's brought to you by Lottie's Jeep. Lottie's Jeep, Central Street, Leominster, home of the most awarded SUV lineup in history. Lottie's Jeep of Leominster has the Jeep you want. The Lottie's Jeep first half recap. Kate, walk us through it.
All right, let's run, shall we? No, just kidding. All right, let's take a look first at team totals. Blue Devils right now winning in the first down battle, 11 as compared to Algonquin's 17. Third down efficiency for the Blue Devils. They are 2 of 4 to Algonquin's 1 of 8. Let's take a look at rushes for the Blue Devils. 14 rushes totaling 107 yards. They're averaging 7.6 yards per carry. For passing right now, they are 6 of 11 for 68 yards passing. They're averaging 11.3 yards per reception. That is a total of 175 yards of offense for the Blue Devils. If we take a look now at individual statistics for Leominster, right now Pablo Rodriguez has 1 rush for 3 yards. Pat Gallagher, 2 rushes for 4 yards. Voshawn Dixon, 5 touches for 44 yards. He's averaging 8.8 yards a carry. Adam Couch has 3 touches for 30 yards. And Justice Reynolds, he also has 3 rushes for 26 yards. Right now, again, Leominster Blue Devils rushing attack, 14 rushes for 107 yards. If we take a look at receiving tonight, Mike Viola targeted 5 times, 2 receptions for 20 yards. Voshawn Dixon targeted once, has a reception for 21 yards. Brian Rodriguez targeted 3 times. He has 1 reception for 8 yards. And Gabriel Elias, one touchdown. One touchdown. It was on a reception, and it was a 29-yarder. So those are your Leominster Blue Devils first half statistics. If we take a look at the Tomahawks side of the ball, third down efficiency once again, 1 of 8. That's 13%. If we take a look at their fourth down efficiency, however, they are 2 of 2. As a team, 22 rushes for 161 yards. They're averaging 7.3 yards per rush. On the receiving end of things, 6 of 11, as are the Blue Devils. They have 40 yards in receptions to the Tomahawks. They're averaging 6.7 yards per catch. They are winning the total yards of offense right now, 201 total yards of offense for your Tomahawks. All right, time of possession also tonight so far in the first half favoring the Tomahawks by just a bit. If we take a look at rushing statistics, individual stats for Algonquin, Zach Smith, 4 rushes for 104 yards. He's averaging 26 yards per carry. His long has been for 53 yards. We have, is it Palermos? Palermos? That's what we're going to go with. 5.
Polymeros, good Greek. Polymeros.
Now you think you have Greeks at school and you think you're Greek.
Absolutely.
It's all
and
Greek
I
to me.
am Gus.
And I am Gus. 5 rushes for 10
By
yards.
the way, I love the call here with the Monday Night Football theme. Halftime highlights. What timing.
Good
I love
stuff.
it.
All right, Brett Castellini, 6 rushes for 39 yards. He's averaging 6.5 yards per carry. Kia, 5 rushes for 8 yards. So as a team, once again, 22 rushes for 161 yards, averaging 7.3 yards per carry, and 1 rushing touchdown, which was by Kia. If you take a look at the receiving statistics, Zach Smith targeted 4 times, 2 receptions, 11 yards receiving. Polymeros, he's been targeted 2 times, 1 reception for 6 yards and a touchdown. And Castellini targeted 4 times, 3 receptions, 23 yards. He's averaging 7.7 yards per carry, and his long is 10 yards. So again, as a total, as a team, 11 targets, 6 receptions for 40 yards, and a touchdown for the Tomahawks. And that is your halftime recap.
Brought to you by our friends at Lottie's Jeep of Leominster, Kate. Our halftime scoreboard is brought to you by Happy Jack's Restaurant, 785 North Main Street, Leominster. All the spices of the Southwest blended with the flavors of the Gulf Coast, served in a festive island setting. Happy Jack's is more than a restaurant, it's an attitude. Wrapped in a fiesta. Check them out on the web at happyjacksrestaurant.com. Our Happy Jacks halftime scoreboard. Here we go. We'll run them down for you, what we were able to nail down tonight. Shrewsbury on top of Neshoba, 14-7. That score at the half. Second quarter score, Shepherd Hill on top of Groton Dunstable, 28-10. Doherty on top of North Middlesex, 28-7. That one's in the third quarter as that one kicked off at 6:30 tonight. St. Bernard's on top of Gardner, 28-0. Mike Leclerc reporting in from Monty Tech tonight. Assabet Valley on top of Monty Tech, 32-0 at the half in Monty Tech's location tonight. Oakmont on top of Quabbin, 21-8. That one in late in the second quarter. Ayr Shirley with about 2 minutes to play in the second quarter on top of Narragansett, 26-7. Games on the Saturday slate. Marlborough's at St. John's. Wachusett travels to Westboro. Holy Name over to St. Peter Marion. Sutton is at Nipmuc, and Watertown is at Swampscott in the Division 4 Eastern Mass North Playoffs, round number 1. That's our Happy Jacks halftime scoreboard here tonight. You can stay tuned to our postgame. Most comprehensive scoreboard in central Massachusetts. We'll run them all down for you before we send you off to Boston College and Florida State. A break, and we're back with more of our Hometown Bank halftime show next. 16-16, Algonquin and Leominster from Walsh Field. More to come. You're listening to Leominster High School football on the K-Zone, WPKZ. Third quarter about to begin as we start you up for our second quarter action. Second half action, 16-16, Algonquin and Leominster as we get set to start the third quarter here from Walsh Field. Left to right goes the line drive, kick into the night. On the kick, it was Polymeros, returned for the Blue Devils from their own goal line. It was Reynolds that went back to pick it up. He moved it back to about the 10-yard line, and that was as far as he was going to go. First down and 10 for the Blue Devils, deep in their own territory, deep into the darkness on the right end of the field. First down and 10 coming right to left around their own 8-yard line. Kate Quickly, our peak performer of the first half, brought to you by Fraticelli Oil. It's the place to save heating dollars, 24-hour a day, 7-day-a-week service, same-day delivery. Visit them online at FraticelliOilCo.com or call 978-537-3637. Our Fraticelli Oil Co. peak performer of the first half, Kate.
I'm going to go with the Leominster Blue Devil offense on those much-needed 2-point PATs.
Great call there, keeping this game tied at 16 as we start the second half. Gallagher back to pass on the snap, whistles, and flags are out.
My favorite thing is that there is a fan, more than likely a father, that's directly down by us at midfield screaming pass as if anybody can hear him.
On the far side of the field.
Thanks, Dad. Got it. Pass!
5 yards.
I think I'm just going to start screaming it.
Nobody listens to us anyway. In that regard, we could scream out here. I mean, the best part is the fans just turn around and look at us like,
yeah,
they
do. They're like, you're crazy. I just go, hey, you want the headset? Come try it.
5 yards the penalty. First and 15
for Leominster. The sad part, some of them would do it. I have to be very careful.
Back across the 5 to the 4-yard line. They penalized half the distance to the goal. So it'll be first and 13 for Leominster. They need to move the football to their own. Looks like about the 18 for a first down. Here's the snap. Back to pass Gallagher from his own end zone. Pass made it to Brian Rodriguez. Dancing back and forth across the goal line. He will get back out from his own end zone to about the 2, maybe the 3-yard line. It's a short loss in the play. Second down and 14. Dangerous comeback screen in their own end zone for Leominster. Safety was a definite possibility.
Yeah, that's where things just get absolutely scary. What is going on here?
That's Kate thinking out loud.
Oh, God. No, not thinking out loud. It's this thing.
Infernal technology.
Infernal machine. Are we in the 1 or the 2?
I believe it's the 2.
All right, let's go with it.
Gallagher with the snap, back to pass, looks out to his left and throws, complete for Rodriguez out of the gun. Rodriguez across the 10, dragged down about the 12, gets Leominster out of the shadow of their own goal line and out of the darkness into the end of Walsh Field that has some lighting.
We're out of the woods, we're out of the dark, we're out of the night.
Indeed it is.
Step into the sun, step into the light. It's legitimately pitch black in that right end zone.
St. Bernard's wouldn't have played under these conditions.
No.
That goes for a gain of 8. Third down and 6 to go.
They would not have stepped into the light.
Need to move the football to their own 18 for the first. They need 6.
This is why we need a third person in the
Third
booth.
down and 6. Shotgun formation. Couch in the backfield. 4 receivers out wide.
Because when I start singing, you know things aren't good.
Gallagher, one-step set. Looks out to his right and throws.
Pass.
Pass is complete. Across the 18, about the 19-yard line. Into the hands of Mike Viola, and that's a Leominster first down.
You know my whole family is cringing right now.
But the singing's not half bad.
No, it's terrible.
They mark it at the Leominster 20, and it is a first down and 10 to go. For the Blue Devils, moving right to left. Here in those road white tops.
That'll be in my game notes from Louise. Stop singing.
The punch list?
The punch
singing, that one's got to go.
Nix it.
First down and 10 to go from the 20-yard line.
I'll hear about that tomorrow.
Shotgun set, 2 backs in the backfield.
Or tonight.
4 receivers out wide. Here's the snap. Handoff goes straight up the middle with some room. That's Couch. Couch into the second level.
Beautiful.
He's got first down yardage across the 30-35 before being brought down at the 36-yard line.
Such a breath of fresh air right there for the Blue Devils. You have a nice pitch and catch, and then you have a nice 16-yard pickup right up that egg up, right up the middle. That's exactly, that has been classic for the last several years. Dave Palazzi, Blue Devil offense, where they're able to have multiple weapons. They're able to be multidimensional on offense. They're not predictable in that fashion, and then you really get to start moving the ball down the field. it's such a breath of fresh air after this last 7 weeks.
1st and 10 from their own 36 in a gun. Little counter motion at the snap. The backs collided with each other. Gallagher kept the football and stepped into the A-gap himself. He crossed the 35, brought down around the 37, goes for a gain of 2 out of a busted play. 2nd down and 8 to go.
Fortunate are the Blue Devils on that one because, as you said, it was almost cartoon-esque with those 2 backs running directly, boom, into one another. Pat Gallagher looking and goes, well, I suppose I'll have to keep this and do something.
This one.
I think there was a little bit of a communication snafu.
Has a lot of great designs on his plays, and I guarantee none of them included the 2 running backs colliding after misdirection.
Could be a diversion. You never know.
Doubt it. Shotgun set on 2nd down and 8. 3 receivers spread out wide. 2 to the left. Gallagher, quick 1-step set, throws short, looking for Rodriguez, and it's ruled incomplete. Short of his intended target, Rodriguez, at about a 5-yard distance. Stops the clock with 7:33 to play in the 3rd quarter. 16 all. Our score. Kate, we need to look at our mid-game adjustments. They're brought to you by Viola's Fitchburg Tire and Service, a family-run business selling most major tire brands since 1964, offering their truly unique free summer to winter tire storage online at fitchburgtire.com. Viola's Fitchburg Tire and Service brings us our mid-game adjustments after this play. 3rd down and 8 to go. Shotgun set, 3 receivers, 2 backs with Gallagher in the backfield in the gun. He'll ask for the ball. There's the counter motion, and this time they give for Couch, easily into the 2nd level, and now at midfield, now trying to run away. Defenders grab onto his trunks and bring him down across the 40, 35, and brought down around the 34-yard line. But for Adam Couch, a big gash into the 2nd level, and it's a 1st down, Blue Devils into Tomahawk territory at the 35-yard line. Kate, Viola's Fitchburg Tire brings us our mid-game adjustment.
That's a pickup of 27 for Couch and the Blue Devils, and my adjustment is exactly what we've been seeing. Being able to be multidimensional, being successful both in the pass and the run game to make yourself able to inflict more damage on offense against a defense that is essentially looking at film and seeing not being able to execute.
Couch gets the nod again with a handoff from Gallagher, and into the 2nd level he goes, through the line of scrimmage, through the linebackers, and across the 30-yard line before being brought down at the 24, make it the 25, and it's a 1st down for the Blue Devils.
It's going to be a pickup of 10 on the play for the Blue Devils, and that clock ticking, ticking, ticking.
Viola's Fitchburg Tire and Service always brings us our mid-game adjustments here on the K-Zone. Winding down under 6.5 minutes to play here in the 3rd quarter. 16-16 our score with the Blue Devils on the first offensive drive of the 2nd half. On 1st and 10, the snap, the give this time was for Reynolds. Reynolds running hard to his left. He's got some room out to the 25, and down he goes around the 20, and then the inside of that 20-yard line at around the 10. And he went down awkwardly, did Reynolds. This is the 2nd time tonight that happened.
And this is one of those cases he was able to protect the ball, but the defender was able to grab onto that arm and essentially yank him down by the arm, thereby kind of really wrenching on that shoulder and on that joint of the elbow. Kudos to him for being able to hold on to the ball because that ball was on the side of the body where the defender was able to bring him down. But, I mean, you're putting so much pressure on that shoulder and on that elbow joint that you can only imagine the wrenching that happens when you're taken down in that kind of a fashion. Of
course, the injury bug has certainly afflicted Leominster on top of everything else that has gone on this year. Small squad comes out, struggles, obviously, throughout the year. A number of key injuries. Of course, Lucas Lashua, Del Judas has spent some time down throughout the year. Jack Young was down at one point during this year, and then of course dwindling numbers throughout the program. Bill Thomas has been down.
Torrey.
Yeah, I'll tell you, it's been a rough year. If you are involved with Leominster High School football, the good news is Reynolds is up and Peg Leggish, but over to the near sideline. Jose Navarro was in there checking on him along with the training staff.
So of course, here I am wrong. It's a lower extremity thing.
It is.
But I mean, you get wrenched down like that. I mean, everything, you're flailing at that point.
And you never know what you might land on top of as you kind of roll over on the action.
Where's that ball?
Ball is just
12?
shy. They marked it at the around the, we'll go with the 12-yard line. Clock restarts on the ready for play. It's a 1st and 10 for Leominster.
It's a gain of 13
at the Tomahawk
on that, by the way.
12-yard line, left side of the field. Shotgun set, Leominster going right to left. Couch to the left. That looks like Reynolds out to the right. make it Connor Marchand was out to the right.
Nice keep.
Fake the handoff, did Gallagher, kept it himself, bounces off an initial hit as he crossed the line of scrimmage and then bounces it out even farther to the right. Crossing the 10-yard line, brought down around the 7.
As soon as those chains get, there we go. Gain of about 4, I'd say.
Yeah, call it 2nd and 6. Leominster can get a first down by arriving around the Tomahawk 3-yard line. 5.5 minutes to play here in a fast-moving third quarter of action. 16 all our score. Heading to the line out of the timeout. Shotgun set, 2 backs in the backfield. 3 receivers in the formation. It's Rodriguez and Viola out to the left.
Pace
Elias, one-on-one to the right.
Pace is deliberate.
It is indeed. Gallagher with the low snap fielded. Give it to Marchand. Marchand through the defense and into the end zone. It's a Leominster touchdown. Connor Marchand gets a couple of quick touches at the tail end of that long drive and gashes his way into the end zone.
Do they have to go for 2?
First time Leominster has scored a touchdown first on a volley. 22-16 our score right now.
Leominster's offense again staying on the field because they know if Algonquin scores, they're going for 2. And right now, the Leominster defense does not have an answer for that line shift going for 2 on the PAT. So Leominster's offense, as we thought they might, staying on the field because they know if they give up another score, there's going to be a 2-point attempt by the Tomahawks.
Marchand and Couch in the backfield. 3 receivers out wide. The snap, give it to Couch. Couch dances back inside the end on the right of the formation and punches it into the end zone for 2. Teams coming back up the field. 5:08 to play in the third quarter with the score. Leominster 24 and Algonquin 16. A break and we're back with more. You're listening to Leominster High School football. WPKZ. Bonus coverage for our viewers over on Leominster TV tonight, and a great credit to Leominster driving the long field there. That drive started back inside of their own 5-yard line, and then it went backwards initially. On top of that, down as close as their own 3, and then systematically moving the ball down the field, seemingly very quickly at a very somewhat deliberate pace between plays, but very quickly picked up big chunks of yards. Back to Walsh Field here on the K-Zone tonight. Kate Robbins alongside. I am Todd Robbins. Happy to have you along with us here on the K-Zone. Larson puts the right foot into it, right to left, and end over end goes the kick. It will be returned on a full head of steam by Zach Smith. Smith's got some room. He's beat the kicker Larson, who scrambles back into the play and pulls him down by the horse collar. Flag is out on the play. The penalty is going to go on either Larson or Viola, who are scrambling back into the play to stop the runaway. Touchdown by Zach Smith. Nonetheless, going to be a big return already to the 35-yard line of Leominster, and 15 yards is going to get tacked on to the end of this one as well. And it'll be a big Algonquin first down. The signal, the horse collar against Leominster. First down is the signal after a 15-yard penalty is going to bring the ball 10 yards forward to the 25 and 5 more after that to the Leominster 20-yard line. First down and 10 for the Tomahawks.
Holy moly, talk about field position, huh?
Indeed, and that is, you know, you see a long score, Leominster long sustained drive, saw this last week against Shepherd Hill, and then all of a sudden immediately one play and bam, the other team is right back into an in position. And that to me is the immediate aspect of it that is a real problem. That kickoff, by the way, brought to you by Fidelity Bank of Leominster. The idea that businesses do well creates a brighter today and tomorrow for everyone involved. Your Fidelity Bank, helping you get where you want to be with heart. First down and 10 for the Tomahawks at the Leominster 20, going left to right. Casalini rolls out, launches a rainbow into the air, and it falls incomplete in the end zone. Zach Smith jockeying down the field with Felipe Garcia, and the flag is out from the back judge.
That was a quick flag. It was so very definitive.
It'll be a half the distance mark, I do believe. Officials looking over to the far side. Pass interference, the signal against Leominster. Say it will be a first down. They go half the distance to the goal. They say the penalty came before the end zone. Had the penalty come in the end zone, the ball would have been marked at the 1-yard line.
So we're going to the 5?
Going to the 5-yard line, first and goal for the Tomahawks from the Leominster 5. Algonquin covered that field very quickly. A little help from 2 Leominster penalties. Three-back set. Castellini the snap, fake the handoff, kept it himself on the option. Into the hole he goes before being swarmed by a handful of Blue Devils and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Second and goal from the Leominster 5. Under 4.5 minutes to play here in the third quarter. 24-16. Leominster on top. First lead of the night for the Blue Devils.
See if they can hold it, because again, that big play, that defense can just stop some of these big plays every time they get the momentum. It's as if it's a pendulum. It's as if with every action you're going to get an equal reaction. Oh,
high snap from the center, Pat Robbins, through the hands of Castellini. He has to fall back on it across the 10 at the 11-yard line. Loss of about 6 on the play. It'll be third and goal from the Leominster 11, and a little help there from a bad shotgun snap by the center. Pat Robbins, no relation.
You have to say that every time.
Indeed, I do.
Well, you know what I mean about that pendulum, that pendulum mentality. Every time the Blue Devils seem to get some momentum or a head of steam, then all of a sudden the opposition, boom, right back at them. You stole my phone.
Indeed, I did.
You're such a jerk.
Checking the time and temperature coming up in a moment.
How dare you? How dare you?
Here we go. Third and goal for the Tomahawks at the Leominster 11-yard line.
Yeah, you can't see from where you were
No,
at.
indeed I can't. Kia in the gun, fakes the handoff, launches to the left corner, changing position. It's Castellini getting underneath it and making the catch for the Tomahawk touchdown. Just across the goal line, Castellini with a little in-cut and then immediate out-cut and slides down to his behind, making the catch across the goal line. And the Tomahawks score quickly. 3:19 to play in the third quarter, 2-point ball game. 24-22 Leominster, 2-point conversion coming up, and the Tomahawks have everybody aligned all the way out to the left. Here's the snap, and immediately Kia bounces out to the right, cuts back to the middle of the field off the snap. 2-point conversion's good. Kate, it doesn't really matter what they do.
No.
24 all, 3:19 to play in the third. Team's coming back upfield, 24-24. 3:19 to play here in the third quarter. A break, and we're back with more. It's Leominster High School football on the K-Zone, WPKZ. Bonus coverage for our viewers on Leominster TV tonight, and you saw just how quickly the Tomahawks were able to take advantage of a couple of big Leominster penalties. A huge return by Zach Smith set it up, with then the subsequent horse collar tackle, which gives up even more field position. And then, of course, another pass interference penalty in the end zone. And quickly it yields a touchdown. And the 2-point conversion's about automatic with this odd formation they've been running. Leominster can't stop it. They know what the play's going to do. Sometimes
oh, you're singing now?
Feel back to
now you're gonna sing?
Field. Hey, we may as well both. It's karaoke night here.
Gonna
at the
be on
press
the punch
box.
list.
Kickoff comes from left to right off the foot of Polymeros.
Okay.
It's scooped up and then immediately fallen on by the Blue Devils there. It looked like Del Judas, the up man, got hit with it and fell on it right around the 34-yard line. First down and 10 to go for the Blue Devils. Their own 33 coming right to left for the next 3 minutes and 15 seconds of game action. Knotted at 24 here at Walsh Field tonight. We were expecting to evenly match teams, and we've gotten the slugfest that it was billed as.
I don't like the word slug.
I actually had a slug on my shoe the other day.
Disgusting.
But it was very interesting.
That's disgusting.
2 backs in the backfield. Shotgun for Gallagher. 3 receivers out wide, 2 to the left. Gallagher asks for the football. Fake the handoff one way, give it the other. It's Dixon who gets spun down across the 40. Mark stopped right there at the 40-yard line, but not before a huge chunk of gain. Call the gain of 7. Second down and 3 to go. Time and temperature check coming up here. It's brought to you by Chapdelaine GMC, selling and servicing commercial trucks since 1969. Chapdelaine has the best selection of commercial used trucks, period. Stop by Route 2A in Lunenburg or online at chappygm.com. Time and temperature with Chappie in a moment, but first, second down and 3 to go. Shotgun set, 2 receivers in the backfield, 2 backs in the backfield. The snap from Gallagher given to Couch, the left back, and Couch marches forward, across the 40 to about the 43-yard line. In the neighborhood of a Leominster first down, officials are going to converge And they're looking at the spot of the ball, and it appears to be about a yard short. The officials still looking over to that far side, and they're going to ask for the sticks to come in. So Chappie GMC brings us our check of the time and temperature here in the second half. 46 degrees, clear skies here in Northborough at 8:31 here on the K-Zone, and another Friday night here with Leominster High School football here on the K-Zone. Every game home and away all year long, right through the Classic coming up on Thanksgiving morning. The 136th meeting of Leominster and Fitchburg. Your home for the Classic is here on the K-Zone. We're looking forward to that.
That'll be an
Coming
early
up
morning.
in weeks as well. It always is out of Crocker Field this year. Want to thank our friends at Chapdelaine GMC for bringing us our second half time and temperature. Remember to stick around after this one. We'll wrap it up with a post-game scoreboard here from Walsh Field, and then it's off to the Boston College Eagles radio network. John Metaparel and team just kicking off. We'll join them in progress for Boston College and Florida State here on the K-Zone. Your home for the most live games. And on this game, there's a quick snap, and you're right, Kate dives straight over the middle. Looked like Gallagher kept it himself, and he marched it forward across the 45 to about the 47-yard line. It's a Leominster first down and 10.
It's going to be a
Their own 47.
Gain of 4 for the Blue Devils on that play. And the clock continues to tick. We're at 1:43 remaining in this third quarter. Has been a quick one and evenly matched, as you said just a few moments ago, as we very much predicted.
First and 10. 3 receivers out in the formation, 2 backs with Gallagher in the gun. The snap, and this time Dixon gets the carry. Comes from the right back spot to the left of the formation. Crosses midfield, sheds a defender, crosses the Tomahawk 45 before being pulled down around the 41-yard line. And it's a first down for the Blue Devils into Tomahawk territory.
Gain of 12 on the play for the Blue Devils, and as you just said, now officially into Tomahawk territory. And right now, 1:19 to go in the quarter, and right now both of these teams going back and forth on the scoreboard. So it really is time of possession and number of possessions from here on out. I think is really going to be key. I get a little bit nervous in these instances. Is it going to be the team with the ball last that wins?
Indeed, it's a possibility. Certainly the team that may convert the last 2-point conversion may be the winner. First and 10 from the 41. Fake to Couch, give it to Dixon. Dixon with some room, and down the numbers he goes on the left side. 10-5, touchdown Blue Devils, touchdown Voshan Dixon. The freshman with the deadly first step. A 41-yard run to pay dirt, and Leominster's back on top at 30-24.
Once again, they are likely going to have to go for 2 here because, again, if the defense for Leominster cannot contain that Tomahawk offense, every time the Tomahawks are going to go in there, they know that they are likely going to go for 2 with that offset line formation that they've been doing all night long, and Leominster has zero answer for that on their defensive end.
I don't know that anybody has an answer for that. I hesitate to think it's just Leominster. It's just such an awkward 2-point conversion formation.
It's effective as all get out.
It is indeed. Gallagher in the gun, 2-back set, receiver to either side of the formation. Here's the snap. Couch gets the give, races to the outside right, and into the end zone again. And the 2-point conversion is good. Team's coming back up the field. 48 seconds to play in the third quarter. The score, Leominster 32 and Algonquin 24. Will the Tomahawks have an answer? I think so. A break and we're back with more. You're listening to Leominster High School football on the K-Zone, WPKZ. Bonus coverage for our viewers on Leominster TV tonight, and hope you've been with us right from the start. You've been treated to a dandy of coverage out on Leominster TV tonight. It has been a back-and-forth battle between these two squads. I want to thank Bradley Bedard and the rest of the staff bringing you this live coverage from Northborough tonight. I'm told coming in loud and clear and looking beautiful out there tonight on the channels of Verizon and Comcast, and also streaming live on Facebook Live. People checking in from all over the world tonight. Cat scratch fever here at Walsh Field tonight.
Why do you know?
Alongside Kate Robbins, I am Todd Robbins here from the Walsh Field's press row tonight. 32-24, Leominster with the lead, and Anthony Larson launches the kick downfield from right to left.
19.
That rolled out of bounds at the 19-yard line. Flags are out on this one. This will be a procedure penalty. The question will be, do the Tomahawks like the penalty and the field position, or do they want Larson to re-kick? Usually a 50-50 split in coaching decisions here. The procedure is the signal against the Blue Devils. They're going to take it with the penalty at the end of the play. Looks like it'll mark it over the Tomahawk 25 at about the 26-yard line. And moving up actually a little bit farther, the official's still walking, and they're going to mark it down at the 30. So a first down and 10 to go for the Tomahawks, their own 30, coming left to right for the remaining 48 seconds of the third quarter. Chasing 8, 32-24, Leominster with the lead in the back and forth battle it has been of these two offenses. Castellini faked the handoff, faked the keep, then flipped it to Palomares. He's in a race to the left edge. He'll turn the left edge of the formation. Crosses the 40-yard line, go 45 before being tripped up and taken down there. It's another first down for the Tomahawks, and this is the ultimate of crisscross applesauce that Coach Palazzi talks about. There were 3 fakes on that play before Palomares got the handoff, and then Palomares just takes off, full head of steam to the left edge of the formation. And ultimately, they marked him out of bounds before the 45 at about the 46-yard line, it looks like. 44-yard line, excuse me.
It's going to be a first down, though.
It is a 1st and 10 for the Tomahawks.
37 seconds remaining in the quarter. You're being looked at every time you say crisscross applesauce, by the way.
It's Coach Palazzi's term, not mine. Back to pass goes Kia. Slings it out to the right, complete for Castellini. Defense closes on him quickly. Couch with the hit. Rodriguez with the cleanup.
I feel like we're being judged all night over there.
You're into your, about 7th year of this at this point.
I know.
Getting over it is probably about a good thing. I'm getting closer and closer to 20 years on the job here. Trust me, you just get used to it.
When the teenagers are like...
And who are they to judge, by the way? The millennials. Oh, please. Second down and 9 to go.
You're just excited you're a Zennial.
Shotgun set. The motion man gets the handoff. It was Zach Smith. Turns the right corner, and he'll bring the ball out to midfield on a gain of about 5. 3rd and 5 for the Tomahawks. When we come back, teams are going to change ends. The all-important 4th and final quarter from Walsh Field as we step aside. 32-24 Leominster. Start of the 4th quarter when we come back. You're listening to Leominster High School football on the K-Zone, WPKZ. 3 quarters in the books here from the confines of Walsh Field tonight in Northborough here on Leominster TV. And what a first 3 quarters we have been treated to. A whole host of points have been scored out there right now. Looks like 56 combined points to my math. What a first 3 quarters we have seen, and I'm expecting a very exciting 4th and final quarter. And I think Kate made an absolutely fantastic point on the radio and TV side moments ago, and that is the team that possesses last likely wins, and my dovetail point is the team that likely converts for 2 last likely wins this football game, and that's what we're going to continue to look for here as we continue throughout the night. Thank you all, by the way, for checking in with us on Facebook Live. Keep sending your messages. We love reading where you're participating from. Love to shout you out along the way as well. So please keep checking in with us on Facebook Live throughout the night.
We do have an update from Monty Tech. 38-0 end of the 3rd quarter. Assabet Valley Aztecs right now.
Back to Walsh Field, the start of the 4th quarter as the teams change ends. The Tomahawks with a quick snap. They lost the football, though, and down on the field, it is recovered by Leominster. Leominster with the recovery, getting to the bottom of the pile as we start the 4th quarter. There appeared to be they could never quite secure the football there. I think it was Smith on the carry, lost it to the bottom of the pack, and the ball recovered by the Blue Devils, who got to the bottom of the pile. And finally, maybe for the first time in 8 weeks, a turnover breaks their way. It's Leominster football 1st and 10 as they go left to right. Starting this 4th quarter, just 5 seconds in, they get a turnover in the football, already up by 8 and looking to open their lead. Shotgun set, 3 receivers out in the formation. Here's the snap, handoff for Couch. Couch follows his blocks into the 2nd level. Now breaks away from the pack, bounces it out to the left numbers. He's got 20 and angled out of bounds across the 20-yard line at about the 18. It's a first down for the Blue Devils. Gain of
30 on the play for Couch as we open up the 4th quarter of play here. Blue Devils in Northborough, playing Algonquin. Is it Smithfield?
Walsh.
Walshfield. Where am I? Who am I? What day of the week is it? Are the Blue Devils winning?
They are indeed. 32-24, 10:46 to play. Here in the 4th quarter. First down and 10 to go. Two-back set, Couch to the left to Gallagher, Dixon to the right. Three receivers out in the formation. Gallagher scans on 1st and 10. Fake to Dixon, back pocket handoff to Couch. Couch dips his shoulder crossing the 15-yard line. Brought down strongly around the 12. Goes for a gain of 5, 2nd down and 5.
Surprising that Gallagher was able to actually make the exchange with Couch there. Gallagher having to really lean in on that one as Couch was the second back in that formation to go after the ball. But right now, if Leominster can bring this to pay dirt, if they can get a touchdown here going into this 4th quarter early on and extend their lead, give them a little bit of breathing room, that is going to be a massive lost fumble on behalf of the Tomahawks around midfield.
Shotgun set again, 3 receivers out in the formation. Here's the snap. Couch gets the carry again. Couch through the defense, into the end zone. It's a Leominster touchdown.
Do they go for 2?
38-24, the 2 was up before Couch had crossed the goal line. Coach Palazzi knows he's got to keep pace here, adding to his lead. 2-point conversion attempt coming up. They've had to do it all night long. The Tomahawks have definitely done it all night long, and it has never been a question that either team was going to go for 2 right from the start.
Leominster didn't have a choice early on in this game.
Right?
Absolutely, they had to keep pace with the Tomahawks, and the Tomahawks' two-point conversion been very, very effective, and so that set the tone for the remainder of this game because Leominster has converted those PATs, the conventional PAT when necessary.
Snap, give it to Couch again. Couch this time met a little resistance, reaching for the goal line, and he is stopped shy. 2-point conversion, no good. Team's coming back up the field. 9:56 to play in the 4th quarter with the score. Leominster 38 and Algonquin 24. Does that make the difference? We'll find out. More 4th quarter to come. You're listening to Leominster High School football on the K-Zone, WPKZ. Bonus coverage for our viewers on Leominster TV tonight. And does that flip the momentum? Does that flip the scoring scenario here? We're going to see as this plays out over the next 9 minutes and 56 seconds of this 4th quarter. You missed the 2-point conversion there. You're up 14 instead of 16. Nice to have that big a lead. Leominster's probably largest lead of the year, but does that make the difference?
It is their largest lead of the year, and right now it's going to come down to which of those 2 mistakes was bigger. Was the fumble being lost by the Tomahawks bigger or the missed 2-point conversion?
Back to Walsh Field on the K-Zone. Anthony Larson with the right-footed kick, low-line driver, squibs down the field around the 21-yard line, picked up on the return, brought up the field down the right sideline with Zach Smith. Smith not able to break away this time. Does get across the 30, though, before being brought down eventually around the 33-yard line. And that's where the Tomahawks have the football. 1st and 10, their own 33, coming right to left with 9:51 to play in the 4th quarter. 38-24 is Leominster's lead, a 14-point lead. Could have been 16. 2-point conversion fails for the first time tonight, but they've been able to convert. Yeah, on either side, that is correct.
It's been score fest with those PATs.
Here comes Castellini at the quarterback spot. Motion man with Smith, fake the handoff to him. Castellini keeps, bounces it out to the right side of the formation, brought down hard across the 35, and around the 39-yard line is where that move will stop.
It's going to be a gain of about 6.
It is a gain of about 6, Kate, maybe even 7. We'll call it 2nd down and 3 to go.
I'm going with 6.
Yeah, I'll make it a 2nd and 4. You are correct on the gain of 6. Ball shy of the 40-yard line around the 38. Right side of the field where the right hash would be. 9:10 to play in the 4th quarter. 38-24, Leominster defending the lead for the first time essentially at this level in the 4th quarter this season.
Yeah. They haven't had a 2-touchdown lead all year.
Castellini faked the handoff, keep it himself. Step through one bear trap, step through yet another, dodging the minefield as he works his way forward across the 40 and being brought down around the 44-yard line. It is a Tomahawk 1st down on sheer determination by Brett Castellini.
And he's been absolutely instrumental to their offense. I know that he and Kia have been going back and forth all night long under center. but it's been very between Kia and Castellini and Polymeros, the three of them, that three-headed attack in the backfield, and all of them seemingly able to catch and receive the ball. So real multi-dimensional threats from those three players.
Castellini with the shotgun snap, rolls out to his right, launches down right sideline. He's got a receiver there who makes the catch across the 20 and brought down around the 15-yard line. It is Zach Smith with the catch. He had beat the defender down the field on the right sideline, and he reeled it in going to the ground.
Give him the 17-yard line there. That's a 43-yard pitch and catch from Castellini to Smith there, and that one puts them right back in this ball game. Leominster's defense, again, the question du jour is going to be, does the defense bend and not break, or do they break? Because right now, both of these teams, almost every offensive possession, are going down this field and scoring. So can the defense stop the Tomahawks?
Castellini with the snap. The motion man was Smith. He got the handoff turn in the right corner. Crossed the 20-yard line, brought down toward the 15. Goes for a gain of about 5. Looks like second down and 5 under 8 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. And Kate, our power player of the second half, it's brought to you by Blue Rock Energy. You have choices when it comes to energy providers, and Blue Rock Energy offers solid choices, excellent customer relationships, and evolving solutions to meet your needs. More details online at BlueRockEnergy.com. Blue Rock Energy powers our power player of the second half. And Kate, I think for Leominster, you got to look at Adam Couch to be potentially that Blue Rock Energy power player of the second half.
I think you're probably right, because on the opposite side of the ball, I don't see any one standing out. It's that three-headed attack.
Polymeros got the handoff there. Smith got the handoff, and forward it went closer to the first down mark at around the 10-yard line. It'll be third down, looks like about 2 to go, winding down towards 7 minutes to play in the fourth and final quarter. 38-24 Leominster's lead. Tomahawks knocking on the door, looking to cut that edge in half. Three-back set, pistol formation, Castellini in the quarterback spot. Fake the handoff, and then lost the ball. Went to the ground, and Castellini had a dive on it. It was a little bit of a scramble, but he had body position, and Castellini got down on top of it. Lost it, though, back across the 10 to about the 15-yard line, and we're looking at fourth down and about 9 for the Tomahawks now.
Going to be a big fourth down play, and as suspected, the Tomahawks are going to take a timeout. They have plenty left from what I've been counting in this half, so who knows, really?
Indeed.
But as expected, when you're in this territory and you're down by 2 scores right here with fourth down and about 9.5 yards to go deep in Blue Devil territory, you're going to want to take a moment and be able to talk to your personnel about exactly what it is that you're going to want to do if you are the Tomahawks coach. So right now, again, we have that very difficult part of the playbook. You're going to have a fourth and about, long, moderate to long, about, 9.5 to 10 yards that they need to pick up in order to get the first down. But the Leominster defense, in a word, has been porous. Not as porous as that they've been all year long. They've averaged about 24 points that they've been giving up all year. So in this game, the defense not giving up any additional points than normal throughout the year. But right now, it is really that bend don't break mentality that the Blue Devils have to have. And right now, if the Tomahawks want to get back into this right here is not just the possession, it's the play that matters.
Here we go out of the timeout. Castellini back to pass. He's got a receiver open. Getting back into the play. It was knocked down, incomplete. Mike Viola, realizing the ball was over his right shoulder, squared his shoulders back, had the presence of mind not to try to catch it, but just two hands swat it down. Turnover on downs. The defense holds. Mike Viola with the big play.
And that is absolutely huge for the Blue Devils D, because again, they've been struggling so much, giving up those big plays all year long. That's been the stereotypical situation where the Blue Devils defense has not been able to come through in the clutch. Right there, Mike Viola does a phenomenal job squaring up, not trying to do too much, not trying to catch the ball, just trying to bat it away from the receiver and be able to get that turnover on downs. Leominster has a long field here now to have to contend with 6:28 to go in this ball game. And right now, if they can run this ball, if they can chew up the clock, it's going to be very difficult for the Tomahawks to get back in this one.
On first down, Gallagher with the handoff for Couch. Couch bounces it to the right of the formation. Got the little stiff arm in the face of Smith, crossing the 15-yard line, brought down around the 18. Gain of 2, second down and 8.
And again, right now, you just need to get small chunks of yardage that amounts to first downs. If you get a 3rd and short and you're able to convert on a 3rd and short and get those first downs, that's what the Blue Devils want. So right now, 2nd down and about 8.5, 9 yards for the Blue Devils. You want to make sure that you're still productive on offense. Chew up that clock with your run game and see if you can pull this one out.
Here's the snap for Gallagher. Handoff for Dixon, quickly pulled down. Loss of about a yard on the play. It'll be 3rd down, about 9 to go. Leominster snapping about their own 17-yard line. Need to move the football to about their own 21, make that 27 for a first down.
And right now you have a 3rd and moderate, 3rd and long situation. Do the Blue Devils. They've been pretty good so far on 3rd down conversion efficiency. They're 4 of 7. They're 58% in 3rd down conversions. Right now, 4th down conversions, Blue Devils 1 of 1, so 100%. And we know Coach Palazzi very aggressive on offense. So, I mean, deep in their own territory, I'd like to see them convert on this 3rd down.
3rd and 9, 2-back set, 3 receivers wide. Here's the snap. Counter motion from Couch. He got the handoff. He got some room. He's got the 30-yard line, go 35, sheds his defender at the 39, continues across the 40, 45, and steps out of bounds around the 46-yard line. Sheer determination from Adam Couch, and there's a little fire that Leominster's been looking for all year long, and they found it in week 8.
And they absolutely did. You can almost feel, it's palpable, the frustration right now on the Blue Devils. They are literally carrying an 0-7 record into this one, and they want it. They are hungry. You can even call them hangry if you want. I know how that feels all the time. But in this situation, these Blue Devils, they can taste it. They can taste the W, up by 2 scores right now, clock continuing to go down, and they're able to convert on 3rd and 4th downs tonight. The efficiency has been beautiful around midfield as well.
1st and 10 from their own 46. Out of the gun, the snap, give it to Dixon. Dixon spins forward and eventually brought down after a gain of 1 to around the 47-yard line. Helmet off in the middle of that play. Looked like 68 for Leominster was the lineman who got moved into the 2nd level. It was Dan Morey, the center.
He's going to be able to stay in the game because he didn't take the helmet off. It was yanked off, but nope, they are going to tell him.
They send him off on the play.
Off on the play. Just one play, though.
Just one play. So that means a secondary center has to come onto the field, and unfortunately, we don't have a number 50 on the lineup.
And this is the situation. You have a spot here where youth it has been kind of a contender. It's been a variable right now for the Blue Devils. And on offense, we talk about that center to quarterback exchange early in the season. In a situation like this, I know it's just for one play, but this is a very precarious situation to have a brand new center in, especially when your quarterback here is in the gun as Gallagher is.
2nd down and 9. Good snap. Back to pass. Gallagher sets the feet, launches downfield to the right. Body position. Bobble. Catch made by Gabe Elias. He took the ball away. He took it away downfield from Sam Crane. We talked about it this morning on the K-Zone Morning Commute. Which team could literally take it away from the other one? And that was Gabe Elias and Sam Crane bobbling the ball back and forth all the way down the right side of the field. And Crane had it taken away from him by Elias for a gain of 36 yards. That's the type of play Leominster's needed.
And that's one of those things. Luck is going to be a contributing factor if this Blue Devils offense and this Blue Devils team is going to be able to pull this one out. The luck has not been on their side the first 7 weeks of the season. All of a sudden tonight, the fumble at midfield, and now all of a sudden, that amazing catch all the way in deep in the territory.
On 1st down, Gallagher fakes the handoff, give it straight forward up the middle for Dixon. Dixon battles his way across the 10-yard line to about the 9.
And right now, pace of play, Leominster's really going to have to make sure that they are able to retain control of the cadence of this ball game. They've been able to go down the field in pretty quick succession. Still 2 minutes and 43 seconds left on the clock here. Not a lot of time. Hopefully, if they can get this one into that dark, hazy end zone over there, they're going to be able to make this a 3-score game. That's going to be huge. It's a confidence boost, and that win comes that much closer.
Gallagher in a shotgun set. Couch to his left, Dixon to his right. Here's the snap. Fake the handoff to Dixon. Give it to
there
Couch. Couch bounces through. He's into the end zone. It's a Blue Devil touchdown. 2:17 to play in the 4th quarter and a couple of plays of sheer determination. Gabe Elias ripping the ball away from Sam Crane. Leads to a play downfield just 3 plays later, and it's an Adam Couch run to the end zone. 44-24. Leominster, look out, has a 20-point lead.
Not only a 20-point lead, but we're going to see our first conventional PAT of the night on behalf of the Blue Devils here. That one was a 9-yard touchdown run by Couch. He's been very productive tonight in the rush game. And here we have our first conventional PAT of the night for the Blue Devils because they have not been in a position where they've been forced to go for 2.
Pablo Rodriguez for the extra point. Gallagher gets the snap down. Rodriguez
Crossbar.
The kick up. It hits the crossbar and bounces the right way through. Team's coming back up the field. 2:17 to play in the fourth quarter with the score. Leominster 45 and Algonquin 24. A break and we're back with more. You're listening to Leominster High School football on the K-Zone, WPKZ. Bonus coverage for our viewers on Leominster TV tonight, and what a game you've seen. We've been waiting for it all year long, and finally delivering on the excitement tonight that we have known it was possible. Want to thank our great sponsors and supporters of Leominster High School football on Leominster TV, the El Camino Restaurant, Troy Hebert Construction, MP Crowley Company Incorporated, and Dream Kitchens and Baths. We thank all of you for supporting LTV's Action Sports and making this great programming possible. Back to Walsh Field, we continue on here on the K-Zone. Anthony Larson sends the kick down the field from left to right. It will move across the numbers at the 20-yard line. Picked up on the last bounce with a full head of steam. Here come the Tomahawks back up the field. Smith with the full head of steam crosses the 30 and dragged down right around the 35-yard line. And that's where the Tomahawks have the football. 1st and 10, their own 35, chasing 21. 2:10 to play here in the fourth quarter. It's Leominster 45 and Algonquin 24. Kate, I need to mention before I let you go, we've got Boston College and Florida State coming up after this one. We've got a score update brought to you by our friends at Dream Kitchens. That's coming after this play. 1st down and 10 to go. An empty set for the Tomahawks. 4 receivers, make it 5, spread out wide. Back to pass. Goes Kia, throws short, through the hands and incomplete of Josh Devine. Our in-game update is brought to you by Dream Kitchens and Baths of Leominster. And when it's time to remodel your kitchen or bath, it's time to call Dream Kitchens and Baths of Leominster. 44 Meade Street in Leominster and online at dreamkitchens.net. Our Dream Kitchens update comes to you from Boston College, where the Eagles have the football and a 7-0 lead over Florida State. 10:32 to play in the second quarter, and the Eagles knocking on the door at the Florida State 11-yard line. Remember, that game coming up right here on the K-Zone. John Metaparel and crew and the Boston College Eagles Radio Network right after we wrap things up here with our postgame coverage from Walsh Field. Quick strike thrown out complete by Kia into the hands of Smith across the Tomahawk 40 to the 43-yard line. 3rd down and 3 to go. And Kate, I'm sorry, a lot of little things we had to get to, but your point quickly.
Isn't it nice? The first time all season long that I feel like the Blue Devils can just breathe. Not even just a side of relief, just breathe in general. Nice pitch there by Kia.
Yeah, quickly, Kia, they go option. Flips it out to Devine. Devine got some room going straight up field, across the 45, brought down around the 47. It's a Tomahawk 1st down and 10.
Nice way of being able to salvage that one by Kia.
Kia stays in the gun here. He has got 4 receivers out wide, a back in the backfield with him. Hard drop, 7-step over the middle. One-hand juggle, catch made by Brett Castellini. Castellini's got a full head of steam. Crosses the 40 and brought down at the 36-yard line, and it's a 1st down for the Tomahawks.
What an impressive athlete he is to be able to go up as a high school athlete and be able to just basically, you know, snatch that out of the air one-handed.
He's done it a
couple of times tonight and go up there, get yet another 1st down. This Tomahawk team not giving up.
1st down and 10 to go. Kia in the gun. 4 receivers with in the backfield. Snap, back to pass. Kia looks straight over the middle. Wide open is Devine. He makes the catch. He's in the end zone. It's a Tomahawk touchdown. 53 seconds to play here in the fourth quarter. And look out. It's a pitch and catch for Kia to Josh Devine on the wheel go route out of the backfield for 35 yards and a touchdown. A 15-point ball game at the moment. Leominster 45, Algonquin 30. 2-point conversion attempt coming up. Here's Kia in this awkward set snap. Kia's going to roll out, throws, falling back. Big hit made in the end zone by Brian Rodriguez, and the two-point conversion is no good. For the first time tonight, Leominster is able to stop a two-point conversion attempt. It was Palomeros that had it in his hands, and Rodriguez dislodged the football. 53 seconds to play here in the fourth quarter. It's 45-30, Leominster's lead. A break and we're back with more. You're listening to Leominster High School football on the K-Zone, WPKZ. Bonus coverage for our viewers on Leominster TV, and we say, Kate, take it. I'm spent.
Oh, my God, already? Because I don't have to multitask enough over here. You're giving up your one job? You had one job.
I needed a second.
You had one job. Now I get to
second.
take it? Right now, obviously, it's a 15-point game, 53 seconds remaining. This one in the grasp for the Blue Devils, but because of the entire season, I'm not ready to just say we have a win in hand, unfortunately.
Back to Walsh Field here on the K-Zone. Onside kick attempt up here. Caffrey puts the right foot into it. It squibs forward across the 45, 50, contact, ping pong football down on top of it, and it appears Leominster has recovered it right around the midfield stripe. They marked it at the 49. They say it's Leominster football at the Tomahawk 49-yard line. Very close. Tomahawks were trying to sell that maybe they had it. 50 seconds to play here in the fourth quarter, and Leominster maybe a few clean snaps and clean plays away from putting this win away, their first one of the 2017 season. You can feel the energy is palpable on the Leominster sideline, but you've got to finish it off here.
Absolutely. I mean, we're going to have a very long 49 seconds here. I believe Algonquin has a few timeouts left, so they're going to make this 50 seconds seem like a lifetime. Oh, no.
Victory formation. Gallagher the snap, kneels it down. Coach Taylor Allen showing no signs of stopping the clock. And actually, the players have begun shaking hands. Great sign of sportsmanship out there.
I'm terrible when there's 40 seconds left.
Well, you think they might want to. I mean, potentially battle for it.
No, I completely screwed up yet again. That was really nice sportsmanship, by the way.
Mike Viola and Josh Devine slapped hands, said nice job tonight. It was a great battle tonight on both sides. Nobody should hang their head here. A great game here at Walsh Field tonight. And there's the snap and the kneel down, and that'll be the last time they'll have to deal with it. 15 seconds has got to come off the clock, but Leominster.
They won.
Waits until week 8. But we can finally say something we haven't been able to say all year long. Leominster is a winner tonight from Walsh Field by a score of 45-30. But what a football game it has been here tonight at Walsh Field. I cannot say enough about both teams. Kate, we talked about it a little bit. We'll get to it quickly in our post-game show coming up. But one thing that we said last, who would make a last mistake, who would convert the last two-point conversion? Well, the answer was neither team committed the last two-point conversion. Leominster had a conventional point after, but it will be that fumble in the middle of the field on one of the last Tomahawk drives with Leominster up just one score, and at that point, things just kind of went downhill from there for the Tomahawks. Leominster adds a couple more on, and they're 15-point winners tonight.
No, and you're absolutely right there. A humongous sigh of relief for the entire Leominster community. You have about 30,000 people that just were able to exhale for the first time since about September. So big sigh of relief for the Blue Devils. They're able to pull one off, the big monkey off of their back finally. Unfortunately, not enough to make a playoff run this year in 2017. However, they get to look forward to the consolation prize of the next 2 weeks, and we'll be looking forward to seeing who exactly Leominster is going to match up against in the coming weeks before going into what is sure to be a very festive and very looked forward to Thanksgiving Day matchup.
And another series of battles coming in the next couple of weeks. Imagine, if you will, when the Central Mass Committee gets together, they're going to be looking for like opponents again. Should be a big battle coming up as well. Remember, coming up after we take a break, we've got our post-game coverage. We've got a quick recap of this one. We've got our scores from around the region. Your most comprehensive scoreboard in Central Mass comes your way in moments. And then it's Boston College Eagles, Florida State Seminoles. The Eagles did score at the end of that last drive. 14-0. BC on top of Florida State. Final score here from Walsh Field. It's Leominster 45 and Algonquin 30. Leominster improves their record to 1-7 on the season. The Tomahawks go to 1-7. We want to thank Bradley Bedard, the great staff of Leominster TV, and our partners for their coverage on Comcast and Verizon tonight. Also on Facebook Live, we thank all of you for joining us as Leominster comes on over and thanks their crowd for traveling tonight and being here as they applaud to the crowd coming over to the near side with their first win of the year. 45-30 for Kate. I'm Todd. A break. If you're joining us on Leominster TV, time to flip on the radio. AM 1280, 105.3 FM. Post-game shows next. You're listening to Leominster High School football on the K-Zone, WPKZ.